going to come on and just start moving my lips, and then I won't say anything. And you guys will think something's wrong with the sound. Oh gosh. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hang on. Okay, good. Gosh, what day is today? Today's the 16th, and I have some fun lists in store for us today. Lots of things though to chat about before we get started. First off, my name is Lael Kankar, and if this is your first time joining us, welcome. 44, this is week 44 that we've been getting together every Saturday-ish. It's been every week, but every once in a while I'll have to switch the date. And we craft together. I work on lists, and every day before our live sessions, I send out an email and I post on social media links to the lists that we'll be doing for the day. So lots of us list together, and I call this creative listing because I am writing on something and adding stickers or die cuts or washi, whatever it is. So we just kind of have fun. For a lot of people that join us, for a lot of you, you are working on anything. Sometimes you're being crafty, other times you're cleaning the house. It just depends. And I think this has become a great place for us to hang out and do whatever together. So welcome. If this is your first time joining us, if you've just kind of stumbled upon us, because people keep continuing to do that and I love it, there is a chat if you're watching live that takes place over on the right hand side of the screen. So you'll see lots of folks kind of chatting in there. It is a wonderful group of people. Everyone's kind of really getting to know each other. We built this little community, so that's been a really great, really silver lining in kind of COVID and everything we've been going through for the last, oh my gosh, almost a year, right? Craziness. If you are watching after the fact, welcome too. You really wouldn't even know that you are watching the replay, because if no one told you, you'd just think that you were watching live. We have people that join from all over the world, which I think is one of the coolest things about kind of another silver lining in what we're going on through the pandemic, and then also the wonders of technology. So welcome everyone. Those of you who join a lot or join all the time live and just kind of lurk, and what I mean by lurk is you don't say anything. Of course, welcome to you. I'd encourage you even to just pop into the chat for 1 second and say hi. Tell us your name and where you're from. So I invite you to do that. As we're working, I use lots of different kinds of products, and I include as many links to those as I can in the description of the video down below. So in some cases, I sell those products on my website. I have a business where normally outside of COVID times, I'm traveling and teaching planner classes, traveler's notebook classes, scrapbooking classes, mini book classes all over the US and Canada, and then different parts of the world as well. But with COVID, not so much of that is happening. I'm doing a lot of virtual teaching, and a lot of the things that I offer you can find on my website. So links down below. If I'm using something that I don't offer on my website, you will find links to other places to purchase those. I always encourage you to shop local if you can. So if you have a local mom and pop scrapbook store or crafting store or art store, whatever it is, I encourage you to shop local. If you don't have one of those wonderful businesses at your disposal, then I can help you. All right, listing. Last week, I've had so many requests to do this. So last week, one night, I put together this. This is a list of all the lists that we did in 2020. So I have made that available. You can either print it or download it. There is a link to that in the description of the video down below as well. So I encourage you to grab that if you'd like, and they are kind of reverse chronological order. So we're starting over here at the end of 2020 and then working our way through. 75, you guys, there were 75 of those. So I encourage you to grab that, and if there were any that you missed, this is kind of a great thing to just, start making your list. They also, for us, at least in our family, have proven to be great conversation starters. So we're kind of spending a lot of time with our families these days. And if you find yourself like sitting together around the dinner table and, staring into oblivion, tempted to pick up your phone, grab one of these lists and just maybe everybody talk about it. Or if you have a Zoom, maybe some of you have Zoom get-togethers and you need a little icebreaker or something like that. They're great for that too. All right. So last week we did another one of our listed stamp giveaways. Those giveaways are from my friend Andy, and my friend Andy is the one that has been doing the listed stamps for me. So her little prize pack, she just keeps providing them, and I keep saying, okay, yes, I'd love to still give them away. I think you guys would too. So little prize pack, one of her darling Ella Love stamp sets, the listed one stamp sets Nick. All right, if you guys haven't met my husband, Nick, he is on. I just saw one of his comments. He likes to claim that most of these are his idea. I know, Karen, that's a big old LOL, right? But I will tell you, I will bounce list ideas off of Nick because we'll be walking in, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I need an idea, and then he'll throw things out. So every once in a while, I can't take 100% of the credit for these, but maybe, I know he thinks of them on the golf course, right, Mandy? Seriously. All right, anyhow, this little pack, so the listed the listed one, the Ella Love, cute little pin, and that's Andy's logo, and then a sticker. So the winner of this, and you guys, these are always, these are always random. And so this morning, let me just push this off to the side or else I'll lose the pieces. This morning, as I was drawing our winner from last week, I was so happy. Well, I'm always happy to see this, you guys. I'm always happy to see anyone that wins. But the individual that was randomly drawn, and I swear they're always random, is Nick No, not Nick. Just teasing. Although, one of these days, I know what I'm going to do, honey. You better beware. One of these days, both of us will sit here and we'll do a list together, and we'll see how one of his lists turned out, right? He claims to be the creative genius behind all this. That could be fun. Anyhow, the winner of the stamp set from last week is Kelly Golden. And Kelly's comment, one of the things that she's looking forward to this year is healing, not only for herself. She's gone through some pretty serious health things this past year, and then also for our country here in the US. So I didn't do it based on, comments. I just randomly drew, and that was Kelly's. So I thought I'd share that with you. So congrats to Kelly. Next up, the giveaway that we have that's been going on all month long is for one of the wonderful anonymous community members that we have here. Has donated a brand new Epson PictureMate PM400 printer. So we've been doing that giveaway all month long, and that will go through the last Saturday in January. And you can comment on any of the videos in January. It just needs to be here on YouTube. I'm asking you to nominate someone that you think would enjoy the printer. So the random person that I draw will win a $50 gift certificate from me to my website, because we're all about paying it forward, and the anonymous donor was very much, so gracious to pay that forward. And then the person that the person nominates will receive the printer. So there, just leave a comment nominating on any of our January videos, and we'll give that away. I'll have to go back and check. I don't remember if, actually it probably needs to be the first Saturday in February. So that's when we'll do that. One more giveaway. We'll do another one of the stamp set giveaways again this week. So to enter to participate in that giveaway, totally random, I'll have you leave a comment on this video. So not in the chat. Once the video is over, leave a comment on this video. One of our lists today is let me see. Okay, I did make sure that's what I'm going to do. Was Never Have I Ever. And I have the clean version. So you do whatever you want to do. My version is clean. Never have I ever, but I'd like for you in the comments, and I will draw one randomly to win another stamp pack or stamp prize pack. Tell me something that you've never done. And let's try to leave that PG rated in the comments as well. And then we'll draw for that one next Saturday. Okay, you guys. Just a few more things. I made some notes because my mind is not where it needs to be this week. And I might as well. This one's hard because I'm sorry, I'm looking out the window. I haven't said this aloud yet this week. On Thursday, we lost our kitty. We had to put him to sleep. I mentioned last Saturday, guys, I'm sorry. I forgot to bring, I forgot to bring Kleenex, Nick. If you could bring me some Kleenex. Oh gosh, you guys. Anyhow, I mentioned last Saturday that he was sick. We've had him, we were trying to figure out probably 13 or 14 years, and he was a foster kitty that we acquired, and poor sweet thing. We knew he wasn't doing well, but he had cancer all over, so super hard. We feel very fortunate that Jack is home because he was able to, you know, see your cat and say goodbye. And stupid COVID, you guys. I mean, stupid COVID for so many reasons, and I'm not, thanks, hon. I'm not trying to compare that what we're going through to anything of what so many people are going through. I mean, this really is first world problem compared to what other people are going through right now. But because of COVID, we weren't able, well, we had him in and out of the vet all last week. And I'm sorry, I keep looking across because I don't want to see any of the comments. I'll look at them later, maybe a month later. Anyhow, so each time we took him to the vet, they had to come out and take him, and but then when we took him in to have him put to sleep, they would only let 2 of us go. So our boys Jack and Sam asked to be there, and so Nick and I waited in the car, and oh gosh, you guys, hard times. Anyhow, sweet Sam, he's our younger one. He is our tender heart. He said, Mom, I really want you on your class on Saturday to dedicate that to Poe. And so I'm doing that, and bless the poor little kitty's heart, but he will always be here. All right, you guys, I know you didn't come here on a Saturday to be sad, and I didn't either. I don't want to be sad. I mean, I want, you know, it is what it is, but I had mentioned on social media and in the email that I sent out about today's class that I don't think I put it in the email, that I many times thought I should just cancel Saturday, and then I thought, you know what, that's silly, because I always say I get as much out of these, you guys, as you do. I don't even know why I put makeup on today. Oh yeah, I know why, because you guys would look at me and be like, holy cow. Nick can attest to that. Anyhow, the humor has to come out, right? Because that's my personality, and that's how sometimes I deal with tough things. So, oh yes, thought about canceling, and then I thought, you know what, that's crazy. I enjoy these Saturdays, I always say, almost as much, if not more, than many of you do. So creating is always good for me. I did a lot of that, trying to fill my time this past week as we were waiting to hear and different things like that. I won't go on all the details, but creating is really good for me. And I know that's why a lot of you here, creating is good for our souls, right? So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to have fun. I have picked purposefully pretty light lists, talk about some different memories not associated with the pet, and some fun topics. So that is what we will do. One more piece of business, and I'm sorry that I keep kind of going on and on and on before we jump in, especially for you, for those of you that have never been here before and you're like, what in the world? It's not normally like this. Well, part of it is, not me crying, but I've had a couple emails asking about, hey, did you send out the email for the February, hold on you guys, for the February Traveler's Notebook setup. That was on my list of things to do this past week, and it did not happen. So I will do that this weekend, so you didn't miss an email. That's for my bi-monthly Traveler's Notebook kit. I'll send out the email for that class, and we will be doing that for those of you that purchased the kit sometime this week. I just have to figure out when that is. Okay, all right, you guys, let's, I think we have everything. Wait, I think I've got everything on my list. So let's go ahead and flip the camera. So as we do this, hold on. I always go through a spiel about arms and legs inside the ride at all times, but we'll just do that since we're running a little bit late. Well, not late. There's no such thing as late here. You guys know that you can hang out as long as you like. Sorry, it get a little bumpy there. You guys know you can hang out as long as you like. You can stop and start, you can pause, you can rewind, you can replay at any time. So just know that it's always there. It is always there. All right, I think that we are good to go with the giant mess here. I've got all kinds of things. All right, this can go out of the way. That was the list I talked about. Always joke, you guys. Hold on, let me have a sip. This morning, it really should be a Bloody Mary. I tell you, it's not, but it's lemonade, but it should be a Bloody Mary. Or a mimosa, maybe like a celebratory mimosa. All right. Oh, I always joke that it's my personality. I'm scattered sometimes, you guys. Oh, which reminds me, our little buddy. Scattered sometimes, or Scatter the squirrel. My brain is just that way. So just know that today things will probably be very scattered, just because that is where my head is. Probably lots of ums too, as my mind is just kind of trying to function. Oh, I know. One thing that I wanted to say, I had a couple of you, I saw after the fact, after last Saturday's class, I had a couple of you say, oh, please show us a peek at, oh, Carla. It's Carla, I think. So happy that your mom is home. That's wonderful news. Such wonderful news. Okay, so a couple of you said, oh my gosh, can we see a peek? Can we see a peek? This is my newest mini book kit that starts shipping on Friday, and it's using, you guys now know, one of my favorite collections, the Hello Today. So I'm about halfway done designing it. No worries, it'll still go out on Friday, but again, this week was a little crazy. So I just thought I'd do a really quick flip through of that if you kind of want to get a feel for what that is all about. Lots of little flips and folds. A lot of the details you can tell are still coming. This is kind of how I start. So anyhow, it's just a really fun every day. So for everyday photos, yes, still in there. Anyhow, just thought I'd show a really quick peek at that, since a couple of you guys asked last time. All right, next up is last week. So let's take a look at our list from last week. So last week, and you can always go back and watch the videos if you missed anything. So if you missed any of this and wanted to take a peek, you can. This, I think I had completely finished while we were working. This one was about this year, 2020, because this was the end of one of my last, I should say, 2020 inserts. So following that same formula that I tend to follow for the about last months, where I have something right here. I posted this on social media, and I'm trying to remember, somebody commented and said, you moved the 20. If you were here last week, I had both 20s stacked on top of each other, and you guys tried to tell me, and I resisted, but there we go. So that was the first list that we did. And one of my goals was to really try to finish the lists that I don't finish before we start again. And you can see that didn't happen either this week, and I have an excuse, so there. This was the first one, things that I want to focus on this year. So I think today or tomorrow, I'm just going to spend, I think, some more time, because this is just good me time, finishing this one. And then this guy, things I'm looking forward to in 2021. We kind of have a lot of fun there. So I have a little bit more to do there. So those were our 3 lists from last week. Okay, so first list for this week. This was another suggestion that came from my friend Christine Burtman. We call her Tall Christine. She is such a sweet soul, and I love her dearly. She has given us a number of list suggestions, and this one she sent through this past week, and I loved it. I thought it was so good. So this one is called More or Less, or maybe More and Less. So what we're going to do here, this is the next list. I can get this out of here. What we're going to do here is document things that we want to do more of and less of. Kathy, the Floral Traveler's Notebook Kit, the one for March and April. Actually, it is not. So let me just talk about that really quick. How Kathy probably knows this. On my website, I have a menu item right up at the top that says Save the Date. And in that save the date, I tell you different kits that are coming down the pipeline, because I tend to get asked a lot of questions. Oh, wait, I don't want to buy this. Are you going to use this in a kit, or what's coming? So you can always go to that place on my website and see what is coming. That link is also at the top of the emails that I send out every week. So I will have a spring traveler's notebook kit, and that will be for the months of March and April. That is using the super cute Bunnies and Blooms collection from Simple Stories. And then, I can't remember what the other one is called. It is from Echo Park, but it's a really cute springy one. Then I'm also in the process of designing 2 different, just kind of everyday traveler's notebook kits. One is a Disney theme. I did one of those last year and it was so popular, and then I sold out, and so I've had a lot of requests. So I'll be doing another Disney themed traveler's notebook. I should be ready to announce that towards the end of this month. And then I'll also be doing a kind of spring floral one that is with Maggie Holmes' new collection called Garden something or other. Sorry. Like I said, my mind is all over. It's just not where it normally is. So anyhow, those are kind of what's coming up. You can always ask too. Okay. So first list is the more or less. I pulled out lots of really bright and colorful because I needed the bright and color. Hi, Mom. I needed the bright and colorful this week, right? We needed that to kind of be a little bit more cheery. And I've been all over this type of color lately, especially with the Hello Today collection. So the last couple of lists I've been using Hello Today. I wanted to let you know that with Hello Today, Simple Stories has sold out of a number of the products. The die cuts, the sticker books. So what I have in my store on my website in terms of those products is probably going to be it. So if you've been holding out thinking, oh, I'm going to wait and place an order for anything Hello Today, just know it won't be around for much longer. I did order pretty heavy because I knew it was going to be popular, but inventory is starting to get low. But this collection that I'm using for the first list, this is from my friend Vicky Booten, and this is her Color Kaleidoscope collection. Wanda, yes, they will all be standard wide inserts. If you don't use a standard wide, if you use something different, shoot me an email and maybe we can figure something out. And you can email me from my website. All right, so Color Kaleidoscope. And actually, this is a collection that has been out for quite a while. But I keep bringing it back into my store because it's just such a good everyday. Lots of times I struggle to find really good, just kind of classic everyday collections. So more or less. So let's go ahead. Oh, this is for photography. Don't need that. I already put this one away. Okay. All right. So this is where we left off. We left off on the things I'm looking forward to. And as I was doing this list, I said, oh, guess what? I'm going to need to think about what goes right here, because whatever goes right here, you're going to see through, right? So a couple, someone suggested putting tipping in a piece of vellum here. So it was a little bit more subtle, but I think for right now, oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to skip it here because what I'm going to do here is our third list and it'll work well there. All right, and sometimes I do that. Sometimes we have to skip around and that's okay. All right, so this is going to be a one-page list. I will do it over here on the left. I think, so let's talk about different types of rainbows for a second. And I pulled these two out so we could illustrate this. So I could illustrate this. I will use one of these for the base of my page, and then I will put white on top of it for my list. And I think I'm going to end up with this one as opposed to this one. And there's a very specific reason for that. So let me get out one of my pieces of white cardstock. I will talk about this as I'm cutting. I always use 8.5 by 11 white cardstock. in my traveler's notebooks. The reason for that is I use standard wide inserts, and my standard wide inserts, standard is 8.25 and wide is 5 inches wide. So this is a standard 8.25 by 5. Usually what's a little bit more of a common size would be a standard. So this is a standard, same height, but it is narrower. So this guy is about 4.25 and this is 5. So we actually get almost 3/4 of an inch. And when you're opening that up, especially if you're working with a spread, that's giving you really an extra 1.5 inches. That's why I like the standard wide. So standard wide 8.25 by 5. My 8.5 by 11 piece of paper is 8.5 by 11, right? So I can trim 1/4 inch off like that, and that is now the height, right? And then I can trim a 5 and a 5. So I have very little waste, and I have 2 like bases for my, hi Raquel, I have 2 bases for my pages. Let's see, sorry, not thinking. Now, this is the guy that I'm going to use. So this is from a 6x8 pad, and I always talk about this. I love using 6x8 pads in my traveler's notebooks because, again, 6x8, right? I have a little white border that way, and I only need to trim down a little bit as opposed to working with a 12x12 piece of paper. So this guy, I think I want to be probably let's try this, 4.75. That's not 4.75, that's 5.75. Let's do 4.75 and see what we're looking at. So I generally like to have a little bit of a white border around my page, and I need to, I think that may work. I forgot to grab a corner rounder, so bear with me while I grab one of those. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, so I like to round the corners, the outside corners, because my insert corners are rounded. All right, so that's going to go right there. Trim, there's just a little tiny bit of extra up there. Just a little tiny bit of extra. Let's try that again. There we go. All right, that is going to go there. And now, sorry, I need to repunch that because it's not quite rounded. All right, so that will be the base of the page. And now I need white on top, right? So if I need white on top, this one is 4 3/4. So I think this one might be, let's try 4. Because I want to have a little bit of that pattern all the way around. All right, so if that's 4, and that was 8, let's try that. There we go. Okay, so if I'm using this piece of paper, see how I can see all of the color around there, and I get that angle all the way around. If I were to put that same white piece of paper on my alternate paper that I was thinking about using, oh, here we go. I still get a really nice pattern, and actually that would work too. I get a really nice pattern, but I get kind of a solid up there and a solid up there, which isn't bad, but I like this guy because I think this one's just more pronounced. So this is the one I'm going to use. We'll take that one away. Everything's double-sided too. Kylie wants to do less dishes, right? And you guys, as we're working, I encourage you guys to chat about the things that are on your list, because in a minute I will, and I could do that. So I always get caught up in the comments. So what Debbie said is carry that print across both pages, which I for sure could do, right? So those would be coordinating. They don't match, they coordinate, right? So I could do an entirely different list over here. Or if I wanted to do, I could do all the mores on this side, on the left side, and all the lesses on this side. So lots of different options. And I don't have to have the exact same paper. I can have coordinating, or I could have contrasting, something like that. There's so many beautiful, like really bright, well, that one's not bright, but bold, right? So lots of different things I could do there. I probably would do something different though with this paper, because as soon as I put my list down, you really kind of lose all those beautiful butterflies. So, but I'm going to have a 1-page list. So let's go ahead and somebody mentioned when I was talking about this collection from Vicki, she does have a brand new one coming out, you guys. It ships in March. It is called Color Study, and oh my gosh, you guys, it is stunning. It reminds me actually a lot of this collection in terms of the really bright colors, but it's totally different. So stay tuned for that one. I will be carrying some of that product in, I'll be carrying some of that product on my website as soon as it starts shipping. Okay, somebody just asked about, do I ever switch to cream or beige depending on my background? Joanne, no. I can say 100% of the time, I don't. I am this is going to sound weird, so just know this isn't what I mean. I'm a white scrapbooker. Now, I guess literally I am a white scrapbooker or a white crafter because I am Caucasian. But what I mean is I love to actually anchor a lot of white in what I do. If you look at my Instagram feed, you'll just see it's always anchored with a lot of white. I just like that really sharp contrast between white and color. It doesn't mean that you can't. It doesn't mean that you can't mix in craft or mix in cream, because they do even sell like 8.5 by 11 craft colored sheets. So that could be fun if you generally gravitate towards a little bit warmer as a little bit as opposed to a little bit brighter. Okay, so my title, more or less, more and less, depending on what that is. So, but actually, before I do that, let's take a look at, I pulled out, I mean, there's so many, these are a bunch of the die cuts. There's so many die cuts in this pack. Vicki's kits, or Vicki's collections always have a ton of really good die cuts. One of the best things I think about them, and this is because Vicki's a crafter. She gets it. She actually uses her products and she uses other products. So she knows a lot of times we want something really, really big, right? Because we don't need a bunch of little tiny things. Now we need some little tiny things for layering, but she has a lot of her die cut pieces really large. So if you're working in a traveler's notebook, that's an awesome large piece. If you're working on a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, that's an awesome piece. So I love that she thinks about us that way. So nice of Vicki to consider us when she's designing, right? Okay, so there's a little bird. I kind of like the little bird. Well, the little bird is kind of speaking to me. That's why I pulled him out. So I think that little bird may go there. I'm decorating first as opposed to listing first. So I've also pulled out a couple of other things. Actually, before I can really do this, I just need to get these things down. Fingernails, guys, again, I am giving myself, I think, couple months of resting my fingernails. My fingernails have been through, well, they just do, right? When you mess with them and do all kinds of gel and then press on nails and all kinds of things, they just really need a break. So don't look, don't look close. Oh, Lordy. Okay, here we go. Oh, so couple new washies, you guys, that I have in. I'm going to show you. Oh, I don't know where the other one is. I'll show you this one. I love this one. Let's take a look. Here's my list of my, oh, there's lots of lists coming. So let's just take a look at that one. Isn't that fun? So it's got that scallop and the rest of it, kind of like these. So we've talked about these. These are the scallop, part of the scallop stack from Doodlebug, where above the scallop just completely disappears because it's kind of, you know, opaque white. So that's exactly what's happening here. But when I saw this washi, I thought, oh my gosh, that is perfect for this collection of Vicki's. So I've linked to that in the description of the video. Let's see. What was the size of your white cardstock? So Nancy, I start with 8.5 by 11, and this one is, when I took it down, ends up being 4 by, I think it was 7 3/4, just so I could have a little bit of stuff. All right, I know I want to use this. So I think this guy is going to go right down there across the bottom. It's just so fun. All right, there we go. Oh, Lordy, you guys, seriously, what in the world is happening in our world? It's just been a blank show of a week, I tell you, between what has been going on in the Concar household with our poor little kitty, and then what we continue to go through here in the US of A. It's just kind of nutty. Ready for life to go back to whatever it's going to go back to. All right. So that, as much as I love that, actually, well, hold on. I love this. This is the tape, like the label tape from Tim Holtz. That is really like the little labels that we used to with the little machine when we were, well, at least when I was a kid. That just might be too much. I still want to make sure that I can see that. And there's a little bit of rainbow there. You know what? Let's just do it. Today, I'm not going to overthink things. Oh, that needs to be something on my, list, the overthink list. I mean, not the, golly, not the less overthinking. So I'm going to add that. I don't know what the more is going to, I know, spontaneity. Spontaneity. There, don't mind me, just had to add to my list over there. All right, so bird. Now, does the bird's legs want to be on top or, okay, this is going to seem weird. I'm going to cut part of the bird off. So the bird is going to be right there, just so I have a little bit more room. But I also like to do that. I also like to have things kind of bleed off of the page. And this is a great way that if you're doing a 2-page spread, that you can take whatever you cut off and put that over here, and then it helps to kind of draw your eye onto the other page, even if you're not completely matching it, but you're coordinating. So that was something I learned years ago from watching Stacy and Clinton on What Not to Wear. They always talked about things should coordinate, they don't have to match. So if you are doing that on the other side of the page, if you're making a 2-page spread, then you could have that little piece be there. That's also really fun to do if you're doing something like this, like one of the large flowers. And that's a pretty big flower to be on one page, but if you put, part of it over here and then cut and had part of it over here, that could be kind of fun. Now it's making me want to do a 2-page list, right? You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a 2-page list because I like that. And I can do what I want because I'm the boss of me, right? Oh, Lordy. All right. So let's take this guy. We'll make this quick. And instead of measuring, I'm just going to go right here. And that'll be pretty close. I won't even bring my paper trimmer back on. I'm just going to cut over here. So bear with me for a sec while I do that. Okay, there we go. Now I know there's going to be white in the middle. That's okay. Big sigh. Big sigh. I'll tell you guys something, and now I'm going to use a little bit of humor because this is just me, and it will help me. We actually, as much as we could while we were going through everything with Poe, try to have humor in it. Sam very much wanted to have Poe's paw print. And we did have Poe, well, Poe's being cremated, so we will have part of him. I know that sounds weird. But Sam wanted his paw print. And so before we went to the vet for the last time, we tried to stamp his little paw print. I'll just show you guys this. It didn't work very well. Oh, where is it? Oh, yeah. Poe's pretty furry. So look at, there's his cute little paw print. I probably should have pulled that out. Sorry. But his little paws are furry, so it didn't work very well. But as part of the what we did at the vet, the package that we did, they'll have, they'll give us a cast of, you know, like a plaster cast of his little footprint. So, Lordy. Okay, let's see. I don't even know what made me think of that again. Who knows what Lael thinks. Okay. This is going to come over here. So this is like one of those, you know, you're a blank when, that sounds weird. You know, you're a crafter. I'm going to say, you know, you're a scrapbooker when, your kids are, oh, I forgot to mention, Thursday was the day that we had to say goodbye to Poe, also Jack's birthday, also my mom's birthday, but also Jack's birthday. And yeah, I'm like, Jack, I'm so sorry. Anyhow, oh, yes. You know you're a crafter. You know you're a scrapbooker when your kids have been, let's see, Jack just turned 23. Sam is 20. Your kids are so used to, I'm just making a little line here so I can cut that. I'm going to cut that with my trimmer. When your kids are so used to having their picture taken over the years, because that's just what I do. I take lots of pictures. That Sam, and he didn't do it for me, he did it for himself. When they were in with the vet, Sam asked the vet to take a picture of Sam and Jack and Poe together before. So bless his little heart. Well, bless all their little hearts. Anyhow, so one of these days I will take that picture out and I don't know, I'll do something with it, but all right. Oh, so nice to have pets that are a big part of our world, but I tell you, when they are gone, when they cross the little rainbow bridge, it's tough, huh? It is tough. Okay. Eey, that's yucky. I just need a little bit more adhesive right here. Kim, a copy of Poe's furry paw print should be in the Hello Today mini book. Yeah, wouldn't that be interesting? There actually is already something that's stamped that will be in there, a cut apart. Well, it's going to be one of the little clipboard stamps. But anyhow, and I'll have pre-stamped that. But yeah, I'm sure some people would be like, what is this? What is this? Yes, I'm going to outline, Sarah. Thank you. And I saw a couple people ask about that. Yes, I will outline. Scrappy Lisa, 4:40 a.m. You're working a night shift. Oh my gosh. I was going to say that's so fun. Maybe not fun to be working a night shift, but maybe it is. But love that you're here with us at 4:40 a.m. in Australia. That page will close on the crease. Yes, it's fine because I've cut the two pieces apart. So they would meet in the middle. Helene, maybe that's how you say it, Helene. This is the Easy Runner Grand. I have these on my website. So you can follow that link. And then if you have local scrapbook store, lots of scrapbook stores carry those. But if not, that is where you will find it. And if you're international, that may, okay. That's horrible. I just assume you're international because I see two accents over the E's. But yes, you can find it there. All right, let's go ahead and do the outlining then. We might as well. So I'm not going to outline on the white. I'm going to do my outlining on the color. So we talked about the white and how I use white a lot. Well, I also use black a lot. You guys know that. I just love the contrast, especially when you have a lot of color going on. I think black kind of helps to tie it all together. Where's the birds? They're a little, on the same type of washi, there's little birds. Oh, anyhow, there's a couple more. Okay, so guess what I didn't do, my friends? I didn't put the white over here yet, so let's just do that real quick. Yeah, that's how you can tell that I'm just a little off today. That's okay. If you can't be off after this, I don't know when you can be off. Okay, so here we go. I'll tell you another funny story about Poe. All right, around this corner. At one point, we had 2 cats. One was a rescue, and Poe was a foster, and we picked him up from a foster. Oh, yeah, I don't want to do that. So, really quick, see what I just did? I want to fix that because I just automatically started rounding. Well, I rounded this one and not this one, and I don't want the round. So we'll use that somewhere else later. Someone also asked hang on, if I ever have these pre-cut. In fact, I don't know where it is. I do. It's just generally I like to show us, so I like for you guys to see why I do what I do, but I didn't pull those out ahead of time, so I won't dig for them. We'll just recut really quick. So yes, at one point we had 2 cats. We lost our other kitty not long after we moved. We like to say that he is running with the coyotes. Yeah, he just didn't come back one day. Anyhow, in our old house, we had French doors behind our, well, in the back of, I guess, our big kitchen table. And it's hilarious. Q was our old cat, and Q was kind of the scrappy one. Well, he was a rescue cat, so he was used to living in the outdoors, and he was a sweetie. But our cats were not outdoor cats. They were indoor cats. But what would happen is Q, the scrappy one, would sit the end of the kitchen table, and Poe was big enough that he could, with his paw, open the screen door. So Poe would open the screen door, and Q would be sitting on the table just waiting for Poe to open the door. And then Poe would get the door open, and Q would go running out. Q would go running out, and he would go and leave, and who knows when he would come back. But Poe would basically just walk out onto the back porch, and he would just sit there. He wouldn't go anywhere. So I joked that, Q would be welcoming Poe with the open door into kitty heaven. So, all right, more or less. So more or less. I need 2 titles. Now, I had pulled out a couple of different color alpha stickers. These skinnies. One will say more over here and one will say less. But I think I don't really want to get too meaningful behind this. And what I mean is I don't want like the blue to be more and the black to be less, because black would be heavier and blue is brighter. I don't want to do that. So I think what I will do is I think I'm going to go with this blue. These are the skinny stickers from Doodlebug. And I think I'm going to go all lowercase. That blue kind of works well, I think, with this. So, oh, yes, so we'll do our little trick where we take our ruler and line these up. Again, if you missed it before, this list suggestion came from my friend Christine. And I think this is a great, this is a great one to do anytime, right? Because we can always do more of or less of things. I think this is great, again, for this time of year. Not resolutions, right? I mean, if you want to do your resolutions here, you can, for sure. We talked about kind of resolutions last week and my view on resolutions. But this is kind of great for this time of year because these are things that maybe you want to focus on differently or you want to do more or less of, and yeah. Poe was a smart cat controlling his territory. He was. He was a good one. He was a good one. Oh, Patty! I'm so glad you said that, Patty. Oh, thank you. So, Patty Gustafson. I don't know if I pronounced that right. It's probably pretty close. Patty, I met when I taught at a store in Minnesota called Firefly Farm. I did that in 2020, last year, the beginning of March. That was the last time that I traveled to teach in 2020, which was so weird. Normally, it's a lot. Normally, I'm traveling and teaching a lot. So that was the last place I taught. Such a cool place. It's on a farm. It's the coolest thing. Anyhow, Trisha, the owner, has done, started doing some virtual things. And she did her first, I think, no, I shouldn't say first. The first one that I participated in. Well, that L is just giant, isn't it? Oh, well. Okay, sorry. Sometimes I can't talk and think at the same time clearly, although you guys know that. All right, back to this. Really quick, the reason why I do this, did you see how easy those letters slid off when I was done? And this is how I can make sure that they are straight when I am doing it. And then I can get it exactly where I want it as I place them. This is my sticker placer that doubles as a ruler. Terry, thank you for the reminder. Refresh didn't work, still frozen. Somebody got lost. So if you are frozen and you can still hear me and the refresh didn't work, try, you might have to come back and come back in. But I think that we're still here. I can still see us on my iPad, so I think that we're still here. Terry, I always forget this, so thank you. Yes, thumbs up. If you enjoy, please thumbs up. Super important the way that all of the social medias work. Actually, let's do that. So then they're pretty even. Oh, what am I doing? Who knows? It's just going to be close. So this guy will go a little bit over. And you know what? I don't want him to end right at the purples, so we're going to shorten him a little bit. Like that. Okay, more or less. Okay, back to Firefly Farm. Let's go back to Minnesota. Lizzie, hi, hon. Hi, Lizzie. Oh, talk about small businesses. I just read this morning. Lizzie's daughter works at a small business, a really neat small business coffee shop-ish place in Oceanside that got burgled last night. Awful. Just so awful. So let's send good thoughts their way. And if you are in that area, go pay that place a visit. Lizzie, I don't remember what it's called. Lizzie will tell us, so if you know. Okay, yes. Back to the virtual thing at Firefly Farm. Yes, they have an event that is coming up in March. That's one of the upsides, the silver linings in all the whole coronavirus thing, you guys, is that virtual means that it doesn't matter where you are. If you go to my website, so go to laylebymail.com and click on Save the Date. We talked about the Save the Date a little bit earlier. Click on Save the Date. That is where you'll find a link to the virtual retreat that Firefly Farm is doing. I will be teaching a 2-page layout class there. Well, there's 2 different versions. There is a card making side, and then there's a scrapbooking side. So if you're a card maker, you could do the card making side. If you're a scrapbooker, you'll do the scrapbooking side. And it all comes back together, and everybody does a lot of the same thing, but then the classes that you take are a little bit different. But you could actually do both. You could do add-on with one or the other. Anyhow, very cool, but Trisha does these crates. And as part of your retreat, she sends a box. I think she calls it the Creative Crate, but she sends a box full of all these really neat little goodies that you open up during different days of the retreat. So what's kind of fun about it is, depending on your personality and depending on everyone's personality that does it, some people like to peek at their Christmas presents, right? And they're not Christmas presents, but you know what I mean. Some people like to peek and know what they're getting. Other people, oh, where did that go? Like to wait and only open, once a day. Which one do you think I am? Am I the one that likes to peek? Or am I the one that waits and opens just one thing a day throughout the entire thing? All right, somewhere I lost the other part of the bird. So we'll find the other part of the bird. We will find the other part of the bird. Yes, oh good, Tina, you've just told you. Yes, go to my website, layallbymail.com and click on save the date and you will see the one for the Creative Crate. Some of you know Joey. Oh my heavens. She's been a friend of Otlo. Thank you. Joey Otlo. She's been a friend of mine for years. She works for Photo Play Paper and she's also doing a class, scrapbook class. And then Jen Shirkus, who is so awesome, such a talented card maker. She is doing cards on the card side and another person that I don't know. All right, more or less. There we go. That's going to bug me. So I need to remember to find that piece later because I know I'm going to be missing that. Alrighty, more or less. Are we ready to list? It's like, oh my gosh. If you're just joining us and you're like, Lael, it's 11 o'clock. You've been doing, well, 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock my time. I live in the mountain time zone. You're going, it's an hour and you're just now listing, but this is what we do, right? We get together and we have fun. It's stuck to the back of my insert. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Valerie, thank you. I need you guys to be crafting with me all the time. When I'm working and I'm like, oh my gosh, or when I'm like, where did I put my keys? Wouldn't that be so awesome if you just had friends that were with you all the time that are like, yeah, ding-a-ling, go look over here. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Or to have people like you guys do. Maybe try to move that over. Maybe you should try this. And sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. That would be like Nick has adopted this this viewpoint years ago, and I've tried to teach the boys this because I think it's a really great viewpoint for a male to have or a partner. If I'm getting dressed and I'm like, what do you think? Does this look okay? And if it looks okay, he'll be like, yeah, that's awesome. Or I'll be like, yeah, that's good. You know, whatever. But if it doesn't necessarily look okay, do you know what he says? Well, you know, that looks okay. That looks good. But I love it when you wear this, you know, when you wear that blue shirt or, you know, whatever it is, which is a really good, nice way of saying, yeah, maybe rethink that. So wouldn't it be fun if we had our friends, all of us here together, and you're getting dressed or you're working on a creative project or you need life advice or whatever, and you just have that person or your people, right? We're our people, have our people here to say, oh yeah, do this, find this, you know where that is, try this instead. Hey, you might want to eat some more vegetables. That's on my list. Okay, more or less. So more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10. Now, lots of times I'm very just fly by the seat of my pants. Other times that's the right brain, left brain in me. Other times I like things to even up, but so I was trying to figure out 10 to space them. So I might try to do that really quick, guys. That's when the pencil comes out. Oh, I probably should answer this question. Definitely a peeker. Yeah, for sure. So when she sent the crate to me ahead of time with all the things in it for the thing, I opened them all up at once just because you know. But I don't like to know what I'm getting for Christmas presents. I don't want to know, right? I like to be surprised. Oh, Tina, that's weird. Yes, Kelly, I lost it. If you hang out, well, you'll see. Okay, so more or less 10 things. So let's see, that is about, oh Lordy, let's just start going and see if we can figure out where they might go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not measuring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I am measuring, but not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, oh! There's different marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry. I could normally probably figure this out, but not where my brain is right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's not going to work. So we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm really low, right? So I'll just start there and then work my way down and fix them. All right, so more, and that's pencil, so I'll come back in and erase it. More reading. I love to read. This comes up on my list a lot. More reading, and let's just try to get this about in the right place. This little ruler comes out all the time. So if you are just joining us, this little ruler is on my website because I use it everywhere. And it's nice and small. Okay, reading, less phone time. And I don't mean talking on the phone, right? Not talking on the phone. That is for sure like just wasting time on the phone. Mindless scrolling. Now, scrolling is okay, right? Scrolling is okay. And actually scrolling being on social media is a big part of my business, right? Because that is how lots of people know me or find me or whatever. So it is definitely something that I have to do and have to make sure I do, but sometimes there's far too much of it. It's just not productive. So more reading, less phone time. More vegetables, less, guess what? Carbs. I am an addict to carbs. One of the things that was on my list, things I'm focusing on for 2021, one is already underway. I mentioned that I wanted to dig into the food sensitivity issues that I have, because I know I have some, I just don't know what it is. So actually both Nick and I did. I bought food sensitivity tests that they're already on order, and they should be here hopefully next week. So I'm pretty sure that the food sensitivity test is going to tell me this exact same thing. I think this is what's going to come out, especially when it comes to gluten, and I think I'm going to be very sad. All right, but I'll feel better, so that will be better. More relaxing, less working. If my mother is still on, she will be doing cartwheels about that. And you know what? My mom, I bet you my mother literally could do cartwheels. Now I never learned how to do cartwheel. I'm one of those. I never learned how to do cartwheel. I don't know why, I just never did. My mother, on the other hand, I guarantee you, if she can't do a cartwheel, she could figure it out and still do one. She's very active, very, still plays tennis a lot, was doing TRX, which is I really need to learn more from my mother. Strength training, anyhow, yes, she could run circles around me at this point. More creativity and less hurry. A lot of times I just am in a hurry to get it done. Yay, she is still on. My mom's still on, yep. More learning how to do a cartwheel, less sitting on my butt. Actually, there's not a lot of sitting on my butt. There's just a lot of working, so. But cartwheel won't be on my list. I know better. I am not at the age where it would be advisable to start learning how to do something like a cartwheel. Okay, let's see. I'm crossing things off my list here. All right, more. Now, I have to really be careful with my list over here. This is the list I have to do ahead of time because I have to do it ahead of time. Just else we'd be scattered, really scattered. But I swapped two. So I forgot that more was on the left hand and less was on the right hand. And so I have to really now focus to make sure because I don't want to mess that up. But it would be par for the course at this point, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's see there and here. Oh, my friend Lizzie, I noticed it went in it somersault. Oh yes, I can do although I don't know. Yes, I can do a somersault. It wouldn't be pretty. I'd have to start at the top of a hill and roll down. My friend Lizzie said the name of her of the coffee place. Oh, Look at you guys. All of these. I miss all the comments. I'm missing all the comments. Spam. That's so weird, Tina. Okay, hang on. Lots of I don't like to knows, but also lots of peekers. Maybe it's like a situational thing, right? Whether you want to peek or whether you want to, you just tried a cartwheel. See, I told you my mom. Now she's a pretty young mom. She had me younger, like 20, right, Mom? I think 20 or 21 when my dad was in the Navy. Okay, hold on. I get totally sidetracked. More water, less iced tea. Now, this is actually not such a bad thing because it's not saying more water, less soda. I really don't drink a lot of soda. Soda pop, soda. Not like club soda, soda. And we learned when we did our list about different words and different parts of the country or different parts of the world call things different. So when I say soda, I mean like Diet Coke. Oh, Lynn, darn it. Disappointing results. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm reading about the pink sweater. 21. Okay. Yeah, so my mom had me at 21. And since I'm 34, I'm not sure how that quite worked. No, just kidding. But yes, she's young, but she's very, very active, which is good. That's super important. I should take it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Iced tea water. Oh, yes. More smiling. And this one is not even a frown. This one is called a scowl because I do it. If you've ever looked at my forehead, and I'm not going to flip the camera and show you, I have permanent like scowl lines, like big creases in my head. I will get Botox one of these days because it bothers me. I mean, I see it in pictures and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate that. Anyhow, so more smiling, less scowling. So I think scowling, SCOWLING. Will someone check that for me? Is it SCOWLING or SCOWELING? I'm not sure how to spell scowling. Eye rolling, Lizzie. I'm a huge eye roller. Yeah. And scowling. Thank you. Eye rolling sometimes you need to keep those as like inside conversations, right? Because sometimes the eye roll is a dead giveaway, right? You know what? Shanna? I'm going to say Shanna maybe. I like that. So more water and then don't necessarily decrease the iced tea because I like the caffeine and I like the taste of it. Not sweet tea. Can't stand sweet tea. Iced tea. So maybe if I do more water, then I can do like a bargain with myself, more water, and then I can continue to have iced tea and then continue to visit the restroom a lot, which isn't a bad thing. Smiling, scowling. Unfortunately, that's not going to help the permanent craters that I have given myself now in my forehead from scowling. That is the acronym, RBF, resting witch with the bee face. That's my resting, but my resting bee face is just always that way because I have those now permanent scowls. Stop scowling. Nick always tells me that. Stop that. Yeah, it's like a permanent squint, but if I have my prescription glasses instead of wearing my readers all the time now because my eyes are so bad, then that would help too with that. Oh yes, I mentioned this last week too. Isn't it interesting how we're starting to see a theme? At least for me, I'm starting to see a theme between a lot of the lists that I'm doing. Same thing here, more listening, less talking. I mentioned, I think last week, that I have a horrible habit of listening to respond instead of listening to listening. I mean, listening to listen. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to space these out now. That will be 8. be 8. That will be 9. That will be 9. We're just working our way around that little guy. And I actually didn't end up going too much further, but we'll have to add more stuff. Add more things. We'll put that one right there. Oh, I could have more than 10, right? Okay, listening, talking. More. Nick would so appreciate this if he's listening. I'm sure he's not. More patience. Less reacting. I am a big reactor. Not very patient. Reacting. Not reacting like in a good way. Like jumping to anyhow. Yes. More, next. Oh, what happened? Oh, I know. More spontaneity. I think I spelled that right. Spontaneity. If not, oh well. Less screens except Lael. I love that. Mariana, hi. Hey, I think a lot of us did that when we were little kids, like, right, unwrap them or like try to peek and then wrap them back up. I'm sure our parents knew. More doing, less sitting. Good, good, good. Shanna, like banana. Oh, good. Yes, herbal tea with no caffeine counts as drinking water. Okay. Mari, there are times I roll my eyes so hard that I'm grateful they don't roll out of my head. Yes, right? Less watching the news, more watching comedies. Oh, yes, Colleen. I think that might have to be on my list as well. More spontaneity, less overthinking. I am a big overthinker. More walking. This is coming on here again. Less working. I know I already did the relaxing working, walking working. I could probably do a whole more and then a whole less every time would be working. I do it to myself. That's okay. We always have something we gotta try to work on, right? Because if we're perfect, then what do we do? Then we start working on things for somebody else. We don't want to do that. All right. So last one. Oh, yes. Less. Oh, okay. Less news watching. That is the disadvantage of our 24-hour news cycle, right? Less news watching, more pretty much anything but, right? More, actually, I'm going to go back to this. No, you know what I'm going to do? More planning. This goes back to, not really back to anything. All right, more or less. There we go. Date. This one for sure needs a date, right? This is another great one that we could do at the beginning of every year. Because this is part of our little time capsule, right? A couple times, well, quite a few times over the course of the last, 9 months that we've been doing this, I've talked about how our lists can be time capsules because one day someone could look at these lists and go, oh, wow. It'd be interesting, like if my mom did this list, to see what my mom had on her list versus what I have on my list. I think part of what we have on this type of list is age related. You know what they say, with age comes wisdom. I'm sure that if I had done this when I was 20, I might have like more partying, less studying. No, but I would definitely have different things on my list at 20 than I would at 50 than I would at maybe 75. So I think this is a fun one to do periodically. This would also be another fun one to do with family. And you don't have to sit down with your family or friends or coworkers or whatever. You don't have to sit down with them and actually write things down. But it'd be kind of fun at dinner to say, okay, what do you want to do more of? Go around the table. What do you want to do less of? Go around the table, or go around the virtual table on Zoom or something like that. All right. You guys know this. That's the roller date stamp that is definitely one of my staples. Today is the 16th. 1/6. Where's my tester? Hang on. Always test. Always, always test. We always test when we stamp. I always test when I stamp something like this to make sure that I have the correct date on there. I don't want to use that one for that. That one's really juicy. Let's use this one. Less juice. There we go. You can see the difference. I also pressed really hard on that one. So 1/16/21, that is today's date. All right. If we're doing alpha stamps or something like that, we like to always stamp, do our test stamp first to make sure that things are spelled correctly. There we go. And sometimes if we're using a brand new stamp, we need to prime it first, right? We need it to get it ready to stamp. That's also another thing, and I'm just going to talk about this for a sec. I didn't necessarily mean to do that. I was just trying to clean that off. But see how you have now like all the different shadows of the original stamp? That's a technique that you see people do sometimes. So that's a great idea if something is kind of crooked or not necessarily in the place that you wanted it to go. Maybe you got it way too high. Maybe I got it way up here and it was like this weird blank space underneath. I could do that shadowing. Well, not anymore. So it cleaned it off, but I could also do a shadow like that if I wanted. Okay, so I think, let's just look. Ooh. All right, these are the puffy stickers. So, that, right? That I love. Okay, so let's see what we want to do, because I think I might do something with something. Something with something. What did you learn today? Something about something. Maybe. Maybe? Oh yeah, I don't like it there. Kind of like it there. Okay. I might need to pull out one of these guys. Let's see. These are the quotations, I think. White and black. There are 4 in a pack. So black with gold, black with white, white with gold, white with black. I'm not sure where the white with black is. So let's see what you have and see if any of these I'd like to use. Maybe see possibility everywhere. That kind of works for this one, right? Let's see if we have a place to put this. Okay. So no, because there's a lot of black going on. So I think no on the black. But probably what I need to have, you won't see this very well. Believe in yourself, that could work. Oh no, maybe you see possibility everywhere. Let's see how this looks, because I think I probably need a black version. I mean, a white with black words version of this. Yeah, you know what? It's just not quite working. Not quite working. Yes, hello.
How's it going?
Hi, Jack. How are you?
No, it's okay.
You're just hanging out, checking to see what we have. Oh, yeah. Kind of like that there in the center.
What's your list?
What's my list? Yeah. More and less. So things I want to do more of, things I want to do less of.
Oh, okay.
What's something you want to do more of?
Well, see, your main mistake here is you're saying less carbs, which are just really good.
I know, right? Can you guys hear Jack? So that's Jack. Jack's the one who just had a birthday. He's 23. He popped in. What are you doing? And what are your lists? And I told him, and then he said, you could probably hear him though. So that was kind of.
How come we don't have more of being nice to me?
More of being nice to Nick. Nick, I actually did say if you were still on, you would hear this. I'd say the one that you would appreciate was the more patience, less reacting.
Oh,
that one
hey.
is guys dedicated to you.
All right.
Oh goodness, right? Thanks, hon. All right. So I will end up playing a little bit more with this one. I know, right? He's right. Well, he's a chef. He knows. He's like, get out of here. Carbs, that's your problem. Well, it is the problem. Because I like the carbs. All right, so I will do a little bit more with this. I'm just not sure. I actually know already what part of the problem is. That just seemed like, and I'm going to do one side and not the other so you can see. Oh, Lizzie, I know carbs are our friend. Well, yes, carbs are friends to young men that are in their 20s, not necessarily women that are in their greater than 20s, like middle-aged women like me. All right, so that was, I could already tell one of the things that was bothering me. So look at the difference. Those of you that have been holding out on me saying, outline, why in the world do you get your silly black pen out and do this? It just takes time. Well, that's why. Because look at the difference. To me, this is just like floating out there. It just, right? Sometimes when I say I don't know what's wrong, well, I think that's part of what just wasn't jiving for me. So here we go. I am outlining. Even though I outlined the outer ones, it doesn't matter. You can outline as much as you want. You can outline as much as you want. Oh, I know what I need to share. So Andy and I have been working away on, ooh, better stop there. Have been working away on the new stamp set that's coming out. You guys want me to tell you what it's called? It is called Scattered Thoughts. And it might have something to do with this little guy. So Scattered Thoughts. I can't wait. We're almost done on the design. Well, on the design side, I'm not designing. I tell her what I think I'd like, and then she gives me what she knows that I would want. So very excited. I'm just taking out my little white pen here, my white gel pen, because if you see, I just got a little bit of black from the top of the stamp above that 0. And I like to use my little white gel pen just to kind of fix that. So there we go. It's almost like a magic eraser, but it doesn't erase it. It just covers it. All right, so there we go. I'll probably still keep adding a few more things, but that's it. That's it for now. Okay. Really quick, just because I talk about this every once in a while, but I think it's good to show. I still have on my list of things to do a video about all of my, well, different videos about the way that I store and organize all of the things. Now, where did that go? I have all of, where is it? Hang on. Oh, it's because I already started putting it away. I keep all of, well, when I start working with a new collection, so when I start working, let's say, with Vicky's new color study collection when it comes out, I will have all the things related to that collection in their own bag like this. And these little bags I just buy from Amazon, and I buy lots of them. They come to like 12 to a pack or 24 to a pack or something like that. But while the collection is brand new and I'm working a lot with it, I keep all of the pieces in one bag like this. That would just be for that collection. But as I start working through a collection, I will then pair it with others. So this was from Vicky's Let's Wander travel collection. And I worked some with that. So now I am going to, UPS is here bringing some new goodies. So now I'm going to put these things away, but now I'm going to start mixing. That's how I think about some things. So when I think of things like this, I think, ooh, I need to pull out Vicky stuff. And so I would put all of Vicky's stuff together in the same envelope like this. If it was, because Vicky's stuff is usually pretty general themed. So there we have it. So now I have all of Vicky together. If I was doing a collection that was fall based, like well, it was fall based, then I would have that brand new collection in one of these because I'd have the paper and the stickers and the washi and all that. But then when I kind of worked my way through that collection for a while, I would then just put all of the fall things together in one instead of keeping them. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think you guys know what I mean. All right, so there, all those things are put away. Thank you for letting me do that because it's always a giant mess in here that sometimes takes me days to get cleaned up. Well, let's be honest, it doesn't take me days to clean up. It probably would take me 20 minutes to clean up if I focused, but yes. Oh, yeah, errant sticker, that's not good. All right, next list. The next list is winter memories. So, I do this type of list pretty periodically. Hold on, let me really quick. Debbie, I love it. Debbie, I can tell when Debbie House gets to this point in the video, then she will understand. But she's not to this point in the video yet. I can just tell where she is based on what she just said in the comments. In the comments, she just said scowling. So she either joined late or at some point paused because she's to the point in the video now where I was asking how to spell scowling. Outline does make a difference. Yes, the pouches are awesome. Yes, they zip. The bags, where do I keep the bags? So Wanda, when I first start the videos, you can see that piece of furniture behind me. I store them in there. I will try to remember. I will try to remember when we're done. But sometimes I forget, and sometimes I don't read the comments, and then I miss it. So I will try to remember when we're done, and I'll show you when I flip the camera. Okay, so the next one is winter memories. And I usually try to do this once a season. So when we look back, I didn't do spring because really spring, we started these classes in March 21st in 2020. So it wasn't even on the radar then. We were the very beginning of coronavirus. So I started in the summer memories. And this is a list of some of my favorite summer memories. I like this to be 2-page because I like to do a little bit of stuff over here. And then my list is over here. So that was summer memories. And this is another one of those where I, at least for this year, have come up with a format. And I'm going to keep using the same format each time because it makes it much easier. Summer memories, fall memories, right? So basically same format. Title, summer, fall, a background here, some explaining what's going on over here, and then my list, same thing here. So that is what I'm going to do for this one. Some of my favorite winter memories. So for that, I also need to do a 2-page spread here. I need to keep one of those kind of close. I had used for both of those, these guys. These are the ephemera stacks from 49 and Market. There are probably, I think, 7 or 8 different colors of these, and I have them linked in the description of the video. So you'll see them linked down below. There's a kind of a neutral one. There is the sky one. There's coral. There's sage. This one was called Shore because it has different kind of beachy elements to it, although most of them are really just pretty neutral. These packs from 49 Market are awesome just because they have so many little pieces. If you're a scrapbooker, they're great for that too. So I pulled out the Sky because I thought, ooh, Sky. Sky has good, probably some good options for winter. Actually, too, these guys I pulled out first. These guys were from the shore one, from the beach one. Well, not really beach, but shore. But then I thought, oh, I'm going to pull that one out instead. So let me put these guys back. And these guys can go away because I know I don't need to use these anymore. Put those back in the giant sticker stack. Okay, so I'm going to keep this over here for reference. Don't forget the jalapenos. Oh. I think, so my friend Elizabeth Williams, I've talked about Lizzie before. She does retreats in the kind of San Diego, Oceanside, California area. And I teach at those retreats, usually a couple times a year. They are like sleepover retreats because they're at a big house. They're really fun. But that's also where I met Anna. Anna Byrne. I met her at one of Lizzie's retreats, and Anna just said, "Hi, Lizzie, don't forget the jalapenos." So when you go to a Lizzie retreat, you're sleeping there, but you're also eating there. Well, of course, but she's feeding you some amazing things. But I think that goes back to pizza, and I think Anna likes to have jalapenos on her pizza, if I remember. Is that right, Anna? And then last time that I taught at that retreat in person, the jalapenos were missed. All right, so we're gonna do some layering here. If I'm looking kind of the same look and feel, this little guy will come over here. Now, I don't have to do the same thing. It just makes it easy. It makes it easy on my brain, right? So I think, let me just talk about what I'm doing. Because I just used something. Maybe this guy. That giant. Isn't that awesome with the little things that punch out? Viewfinder reel. I think because those all now kind of lean more towards the winter vibe that I'm going for. But one thing I want to show, this is the packaging. The background paper, is that Kelly? I think that's maybe what you're asking, this guy. This is the packaging from that Sky Nouveau ephemera stack. So I just pulled it out of the bag. All of this stuff came in, but I always like to use this piece because it's like background paper, right? So when you are looking at your packaging, well, I shouldn't say when you're looking at your packaging. In the future, look at your packaging because it's totally usable in a lot of cases. This is a beautiful background that I can use. It's super subtle, right? And it has a flower on it, but that's okay. I'm really going more for the color, that kind of watercolor effect, and then that light blue for winter. So that's what that is, just the packaging. So let's see. 2-page list. So we need to go here. So I think what I want to do, actually, I think I'm going to drop this down a bit because there's so much going on up here. I want a lot of that background to be up here in my in the view. So, gosh, they're loud in the other room. Right here. Okay, I think there we go. Let's get out our trimmer. Oopsie. Oh, I know. There is, and yes, I do realize that Christmas is over, but there is also a Christmas one of these packs called Noel, and it is beautiful. Not everything in it is, everything in it is, kind of this, definitely the same style, but lots of red and green in it, so it's really pretty. Okay, that's going to be my background. All right, so let's go ahead and put that down with the tape runner. You can see on the back all the fun pieces. So Mari, and I was just going to bring that up. The packaging. So when you are working with paper products like this, the product itself, for the most part, all of the product that you will see me use and most of the product that is in scrapbooking is acid-free. And that is important because at some point, the acids in a paper could start to break down whatever, you have on it or around it. So one day in the future, now in the future, I mean like 75 years, 50 years, way, way, way down, way in the future. If this packaging is not acid free, it could cause a problem on this little spread here. The packaging is usually probably not acid free. So just something to be aware of if you were using packaging. All right, so like I am going to, it's just a little bit too wide. I know I don't want it to, well, let's just see. Let's just measure. Why not? Then I know I'll get it the width that I want it. That is 8.5 centimeters. 8.5 centimeters. So let's chop this part off right here. 8.5. Okay. Most product you will see will say on the back of it, normally you see acid and lignin free. If you look on the back of packaging. Anyhow, I was just trying to see if I could see something that had on it, but that's generally how you know if something is acid free. Don't ask me what lignin is. I don't know. Okay, there we go. So there's the start, and I know I will do this over here. Now, I checked ahead of time. I have fallen in love, and I've used, I think, every one that she's done with the printables. Patty, you just did a list in your TN upside down. You know what? It happens, right? Darn it, it happens. Hang on, I'm going to come back for a sec. These pieces. These pieces are printables from Carrie Bradford. This was called Autumn Mix. This one was called, where did it go? Did I take the thing? Oh, this one was called Summer Mix. There is a holiday mix, which I used. Oh, someone's here. There is a holiday mix, which I used in my December documented kit this year. That was all about Christmas. And so I'm like, oh yes, I'll get winter mix. Wah, wah. There isn't a winter mix. So I'm going to punt. I'm going to do something a little bit different because there's not a winter mix, but I loved those. All right, so here's our start, right? There we go. We might use a few more of these pieces. Now, this is the one I'm so excited about. Well, I'm always excited about these, but this I am pulling out. Oh, here's a good example. So here's another one of the little envelopes. There's the little zipper. That little just, like a Ziploc zipper with a little guy. But this is Winter Cottage. Now, I use Winter Cottage during a number of my lists in December, right? Because there's a lot of Christmas. Well, I won't say a lot. It's pretty 50-50. There's Christmas in Winter Cottage, but oh my gosh, there's some really good like winter snow. So these, I put these guys in here. These are snowflake, but they're similar because they're winter. So I am going to take a look at what we have here. Snow globe is cute. I know what I'm looking for. It's coming, it's coming. It's some good greenery that is not, doesn't have red on it, so that would work for Christmas, but where is it? This sheet! Okay, love, love, love. Hold on, are they big enough for 12 by 6? So Joy and Aaron, yes and no, it depends. In some of them, with some of my 6 by 12 stickers, depending on who makes them, I have to come in and just cut off maybe about 1/2 inch. So you can see on that one, I've had to cut off a little bit of the header. That's how I get them to fit. Others, it really depends on who makes them, because with some manufacturers, it truly is a 6 by 12. And a 6 by 12, hang on, let me see. Let's get the big ruler out. and see. So it measures probably 12 3/4, I want to say. So you can see the extra over here. But some manufacturer stickers, the full sheet is taller than 12. Like that sticker sheet. The actual sticker part that has all of the stickers on it, the design part, in this case is not 12. So the design part is usually more like 11 3/4. So there's plenty of room. You just have to cut off, in some cases, again, depending on the manufacturer, in some cases you might have to cut off the header. It is very hard. I've looked quite a bit to find something that is wide enough this way that you wouldn't have to cut those off, just because it ends up having to be like 13, maybe even a little bit, let's see, longer than 13 to fit them. Okay, so this burr I love. There's lots of burrs. Ooh, let it snow. Lots of these little snowflakes. So then there's, hi Mom, how are you? Oh, my mom, so look at that. She was on, my mom was first on she was on and now she's here. Here momentarily. All right, that little bear, he's just so cute. That little bear might have to come into play. All right, anyhow, that is what I am going to be using. Maybe, let's see, maybe some of these. These are the journal bits. So you probably go through here and pick out the winters versus the Christmas. So they're pretty much like I'd say probably close to an even split. Winter, let it snow. I'm just gonna do this real quick, so I'm not looking through everything again to see what I want to work with. Ooh, skating pass, that's cute. So a collection like this, I think, is always a lot of fun to use because you're kind of getting 2 for 1, right? Winter and Christmas. Stay a while, yeah. Okay, all right, I'm gonna put all these little guys back in the little bag as we figure out what we want to work with. Now, the next thing I have to figure out though is the title. What stickers that I want to use for the title. Hot chocolate weather, but okay. Move those up there. Don't mind me just talking to myself here. Okay. So here, Washi. Where did that go? That's kind of like Marsha. Oh, hold on. I know I kept it out. Where did that go? Okay, friends, hang on, because I have to find this, because I specifically wanted to use this. Oh, good. Sorry. Don't mind me. All right, so I had all of my I had all my Christmas washi in one of these while I was working through December in my December documented and in all of our December lists. I had separated out all of the winter kind of themed washi, really light blue, that I knew that I wanted to keep out because I thought I would use right about now. So those 2 are from Winter Cottage. I think this guy is too. Those 3 are from Winter Cottage. But I know I'm not going to use that one because that has too much red in it. I like this one. I want that one. Maybe that, but that might be still too Christmassy. Okay, so I think that is about what I'm going to use to start with, right? Let me just look really quick. No, I was going to say I could fussy cut him out, but no. No, okay. Just wanted to see if there was maybe some things in there that I might want to fussy cut in the pad. But the pad is similar. Oh! Okay, hang on. This has to come out because I think winter faves is on our list for next week. So that needs to come out because that is for sure happening for the winter faves, because that will be similar to, all right, hang on. That will be similar to, let's see if it's in here when we did the fall faves. Oh yeah, fall faves. So I think this is one of our lists. I'd have to look at my list of lists. I think this is one of our lists for next week is fall faves. So, I mean winter faves. So think it'll be just like that. Okay, good. I've cut part of the design done already for next week on my, all right, so here we go. DTD, let's go ahead and put this, oh, it is already down. Let's put this guy down next. Oh, you guys, I'm glad I did this today. I'm glad I did this today. I needed this. I needed it, so thank you. Thank you for indulging me. Thank you for making me do, no, you didn't make me do it, but you know. All right, so what I thought would be cool, but I don't think it'll work because I don't have any yet, would be, woo, wait a minute, maybe I do. Would be white. And I think, yes. Okay, we'll see if it works. The basics, the alpha basics. So, and I will say, listen very carefully. Right now, maybe not in the not so not so far distant future. I don't know. Maybe in about a month, we might see more of these come out in new colors. Right now, there are 4: brights, lights, basics, and bolds. So I am using basics, and these are the Simple Stories Alpha sticker books. That I use the alphas all of the time. But I was thinking a white could be kind of fun on here, right? But just keep in mind, more coming. More colors coming very soon. Let's see. Is there a white? Oh, nope, there is. Okay. And it's kind of a winter white, so that might even work. Let's see. So fall, I use the big ones, but for winter, sorry, I'm looking over here. Winter, let's see, W-I-N-T-R, okay, only one of each letter. Let's see if this would work. My gosh, my family is being super loud. Oh yeah, this is why, as I just went to pick this up, this is why your little ruler, especially if you're working in a traveler's notebook, for me is a lot easier, just because that's just way too big to try to work with. Okay, so if if I'm going right here, then I think that will be nice. That'll be nice and soft, but we'll still be able to see it because part of it will be on the blue, and then there's stuff going on over here, so I think we'll be okay. W-I, you guys, so just going back to when you have to have a sense of humor and things, when we were driving down to the vet on Thursday, the 4 of us were in the car, and we're very sad, but we're still trying to, and I'm like, Jack, I'm so sorry, this is your birthday and all this is happening, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it sounds like a country song. It's the COVID pandemic. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. My cat died, and it's my birthday. Yeah, I think that's why my mom's over here, is to say hi to Jack for his birthday, because that didn't happen on Thursday. I just went through that process in my head because I'm like, why is my mom here? Oh yeah, my mom and Jack have the same birthday. All right, so here we go. Winter. Ooh. All right. Where do we want winter to go? So I probably should have figured where I wanted memories to go first, because start from the bottom and work up. Right? So memories, let me just grab the little M so we can kind of at least place it to know. Okay, so if this is about right here, that's a placeholder for now. Then these really want to go probably right about there. Eek! I'm going to move them over a little bit so it's centered-ish. And that looks good. This is especially helpful, this little technique with the ruler, when you are, we talked about this a little bit last week. Stickers are different. These stickers that are in the Simple Stories sticker books are paper, so they're pretty thin, and they're a lot easier for me to place if I do it that way, versus the stickers that I used on the last list from Doodlebug that are cardboard. They're not cardboard, they're cardstock, so they're a little bit thicker, just a little bit easier to place. Oh, don't put that away yet, Leo. Because now I need to spell out memories. Eek! Oh, no. Let's bring this tool in. Gentle, gentle. Oh, so gentle. There is a product on the market called Undo that helps undo stickers, like undo the stickiness of stickers so you can pull them off. Every time that this happens, I say, oh, I have it somewhere. I don't know where it is. I should just start putting it out. So I have it. Yeah, you know what? Let's just put this little guy right back on there for now. Let's get an unmessed up version of the M. Right, so watch, let's bring it up. You'll be able to see it. One thing that I could do, maybe, we'll see at the very end, no, not my birthday, Jack's birthday. Jack's birthday, our older son, was on Thursday, and my mom's. So you can see it there. One thing I might try to come in and do after, I don't know, I'll have to see. I may come back in and actually outline those stickers. We'll see what happens way after everything is done. Because that will definitely make them stand out more. And it's really just kind of the top part of that that's a little bit harder to see. But you get the gist. Okay. We're going to put these a little bit less on that line instead. M. All right, I know what this part's like watching paint dry, but you guys, when I do this, I'm looking straight down, so I miss a ton of the chat. I know I've missed a ton of the chat. So, oh, guess what? We're back to the messed up M. Well, it's not really messed up. It's just a little bit weathered. Oh, yes, not, okay. Here's the deal. My birthday's in August, so let's really hope, although I don't know. I'm not sure how things are still going to be in August, but we should just have a birthday party for everyone. Shouldn't we? One of these days we should have it's my birthday party. Because I'm sure we missed all the birthdays last year. And if we didn't, well, they're coming up. MEMORIES. Unbirthday party, yes. An unbirthday party. MEMORIES. Okay, you guys thinking about your favorite winter memories? Listing style, of course. No photos on this one, at least for me. And my favorite memories some go back to when I was a kid. Some go back to more currenter times. Favorite winter memories. Now, for a friend that was in Australia at 4:40 a.m., well, back when it was 4:40 a.m., working a night shift. Oh, look at that. They're pretty much right even. Isn't that interesting when that happens? Winter memories for her would be quite a bit different because she lives in the southern hemisphere, right? So winter memories, she may have completely different color palette that she decides to go with. They may be more, bright colors because winter memories for her are really summer memories, right? But, well, okay, here's the deal. Winter, it's still winter, but it's like summer climate, right? Ooh, Mary Lee, you're having your craft room worked on? Ooh, that sounds exciting. Shelves and pegboards and racks, love it. That's super exciting. Okay, winter memories. And then the date kind of works there, right? I'm not going to actually put a date there. I won't put, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll end up putting the date there. We'll see. Okay, so now, okay, let's see. What else do we want to do? We have some of these fun things to work with. Ooh, that could be fun. Because I usually kind of end up doing, I usually kind of end up doing something larger like that right there. Right? Something large. So that could work. That could totally work. But what would go around it? Because something needs to go around it. Let's look at the stickers. There's my neighbors again. So Nick's out on the front lawn talking to the neighbors. So I was working in here earlier this week, and they walked by and then they waved. And I'm like, wait a minute. And so I went out and talked to them, and they're like, oh no, we can't see you. We just know that you pretty much live in that room. So whenever we walk by, we assume you're there and we wave. I'm like, oh, that's so nice. So last week I thought they were waving to me. They were waving to me, but not really, because they just assumed I wasn't here. When I said, oh, look, my neighbors are waving to me. All right, so let's see this one. This is the Winter Cottage washi, one of the 3 washis that come in Winter Cottage. This goes all the way across, so we have to rip it. This goes all the way across. Like so. All right, you guys, are you working on winter memories, or are you working on something else? If you're working on, oh wait, it's Wanda's birthday? I missed that. Missed it. Aaron, what did I miss? And Aaron, duh. I'm so glad you said Aaron Payne, because I don't know that I ever realized that Joey and Aaron was Aaron Payne. Oh my gosh. Aaron is another lovely that I met through Lizzie. Okay, Wanda is celebrating her birthday on Monday. But Aaron, you have to tell me the depth. I have no idea what we're talking about. Or maybe you're talking to somebody else. I've missed so much. Oh, I've missed so much. Okay, we have some Leos in the house too. Helene is August, and I think... Karen, your son is August. Your son's a Leo. I'm a Leo too. All right. I don't know. Depth of something or other. Okay. Missed it. Diane, your daughter's senior dance book. Is your daughter in NCL by any chance? Diane, I'm just curious. Virgo, August. Oh yes, Mari. So what do you like you're after like the 21st or 22nd, yes? All right, this guy, this little tiny strip that says Winter Wonderland. I like that, but we're not ready to use that one yet because it's too skinny. I need something else to go above it. Need something else. I don't really have anything else out. Maybe this. Ooh, this could work. I don't know. Where? I don't know what Diane's saying. See, this is what happens when I miss part of things, you guys. Yes, this guy will go in next because this white grid will be good when I start bringing in a lot of black, because we'll have lots of black over here from all the writing. And then I think I could use this little guy in the middle. Yes. Now, here's the deal. This guy is not very long. So... we'll go right there like that. Yeah, okay. It's coming along. Coming along. School supplies. I'd be happy with the school supplies for my birthday. I always have loved stationery and all those things. All the things. Okay. I'm gonna set this aside for just a minute. Oh, I know where Nick's going based on how he's dressed. You going golfing? Okay, goodbye.
43 and sunny, and my degenerate friends are calling me. to go
Okay.
play.
So Nick said it's 43 degrees and it's sunny, so he's going golfing. We have zero snow. It is dismal. It is not, we're not in a good position for where we need to be. We are in a high mountain desert here in the Salt Lake Valley, and we rely on the snowfall for water after winter's over. And there's pretty much been none. It is really, really weird. Well, of course it is. We all used to say, oh, it's 2020, of course. Now we say, oh, it's COVID, I guess, because it's still, I don't know, it's weird. It is weird. But anyway, Nick is happy because it's warm enough to go golfing. Warm enough, 43 degrees. Warm enough to go golfing. Alrighty, so we're getting there. We're getting there. I think it might be time to start the list over here, and then we'll fill things in around it. So let's move some of these things out of the way. Ooh, but this guy has got to go down. D. So I will come in and outline the rest of this just because we've got a lot. Well, let's be honest, I would outline it anyway, but we've got a lot of white going on here. So we need some. We need some more contrast. Okay. Ooh. Sometimes it happens. You kind of go off the page, and you know what? It's okay. It's only an outline. We can't get too stressed about that. No, so Iceland? Oh my gosh. Okay, Iceland friend. I can't even try to pretend to pronounce your name. Steinen? And then that last name has so many different. There's a letter in there that I do not even recognize. The one between the U and the B. That is very cool. Iceland, love it. Okay. You had a snowy day yesterday, Patty, I would expect. Wouldn't I expect that in Minnesota? Minnesota? Oh yes, browsing through Staples. I know, right? Oh, okay, Diane. Your daughter's danced 14 years. You're doing a scrapbook of all 4 years of high school. Then she has a competition dance album as well. Oh goodness, that's fun. So this is interesting, and I'll keep going. I'll keep working as I talk about this. Our boys, Jack and Sam, played. I'm pulling out some stamps really quick. Let me tell you this. I'm pulling out some stamps. These are Carrie Bradford. What did I do with the backer? Hang on. Excuse my reach. Oh, winter. Yes, these are Carrie's winter stamps. And so since I don't have these pieces, I'm going to have a little chat with Carrie about that and tell her we need a winter mix. I thought, ooh, this could be kind of fun, right? We could do that little guy. I think what I will do, because this guy, well, I'm actually going to stamp both of them. I'm going to stamp both and see which one I like better. I'm going to stamp them on white cardstock. So let's see what we get. I have a new order. Oh, I bet it's in the mailbox today. I have new order of stamps coming from Carrie that are probably in the mailbox right now. Carrie lives not too far from me. I don't know, maybe half an hour. And so usually it's like a one-day ship. So she just came out with new stamps. Well, beginning of the month, maybe? New stamps. And I'm very excited. Oh, okay. I'm doing two things here. I am going to prime first and test at the same time. Prime and test. And then stamp. This is the other nice thing about having all of our white cardstock. Because I just pull out another sheet. All right, so let's see here. Don't want to do that. We're going to do it this way. Oh, that's so pretty. All righty, here we go. Oops, let me move up a little bit. digital version of that stamp. Oh yes, so friends. Oh, so pretty, love it. Okay. Carrie Bradford, stamps. You all know, well, you know, if you've watched it all, you know how much I love her stamps. Not only is she an amazing artist, designer, but she is the sweetest, sweetest, sweetest lady. Her stamps sell very quickly when she releases them. She releases new stamps every month. You see me use quite a few of her stamps in my lists. A lot of her alphabet stamps because I love them. Anyhow, sometimes if she sells out quick, that she will make a second run. Other times not. Oh, whoopsie. But you can always, well, always, I think always. She also has digital versions. So digital version would be like a printable, where you could buy the digital versions and then print them out. And that is what, who? Somebody said, oh, okay, Carol. Carol and Carla, you too. I always want to swap your names. Okay, I have an idea now. I may end up using a couple of these. We'll see. We shall see. Oh. All right. See what I just did there? There's a baby wipe that I happen to have. I had that ink, I need to clean up. I had that ink on my finger and then did that. So let's not do that again, Lil. Oh, that's just so crisp. The art on that is just awesome. All right, let's do it here first, just to make sure. Okay, we're good. Now, if I use black a lot, right, which I do, I could just do like a whole stamp sheet of these if I wanted, right? So that next time I need a stamp like this, then I just have them all done or a bunch done. But I won't do that right now. But I think I might want to use more than one of these. We'll see. So the reason I'm doing, okay, that one went a little bit, I rocked it a little bit. So it's going to be time to stop stamping in a minute. I rocked that one a little bit, so it got a little bit blurry. Okay, there we go. Let's put that away. Let's clean this off. This is just really black, so I want to get this cleaned off. And then I'll put it off to the side and then deal with it later, but I don't want it to get on a bunch of things. Oh, Terry. Yes, Terry said, you need an assistant to sit with you and read comments and type your responses. I would volunteer, but the commute might be a bit long each Saturday, LOL. So those of you that in the very early days of COVID, you may remember I actually had one of those. I actually had an assistant that would sit here and read comments, and he would type the responses based on what I would tell him. But sometimes he would type his own responses, not my responses. And then he started getting too smart for his britches and decided that he knew more than his mom did about some of the topics, and he was piping in on all kinds of things. So that was Sam. Yes, in the early days of COVID, he was my assistant, and oh my gosh, we had so much fun. If you go back to any of those videos, in fact, somebody left a comment on one of the early videos just the other day, and it said, I remember, she said, I had to come back to the earlier videos and rewatch, and she said, I remember when, or actually she commented on the earlier video, and she's like, it's so fun to watch you way back then, which was, probably March. Oh boy, as you were trying to figure out how to flip the camera and all the things. So what I was thinking here, yes, Sam used to be the assistant, but now he has a life. He moved. Okay, in with his friends. So we'll either do that and have it frame it like that. Ooh, or this will be on top. will work for craft supplies. I know, right? Oh my God, seriously, I would love it. I would love it if someone was here. That would be so much fun. We'd have so much fun. All right, so I kind of messed that up. Hang on. I wanted to lay it on top, but I forgot that I wanted to do that, and I cut it. So I'm going to get out my little tiny trimmer here because it's a lot more, it's easy, it will be much easier to cut. Let's see if we could still make this work. So I kind of want it to sit on top. All right. Let's see if this goes right. I like it. It's gonna go on top. So let's see. Let's do this glue pen. We'll just barely go around that little border with a little bit of adhesive. I don't want to use my tape runner because I don't exactly know, and it's going to put it outside of where I want it to be. So let's try that. Let's try that. Yes, Karen, it says Karen and Terry are going to come to Utah to pick up orders. Oh, heavens. That'd be an expensive order, wouldn't it? If you had to commute to Utah to get it. That would be sure fun, though. I know. Wouldn't it be fun if we had like an in-person listing such like weekend? An in-person crafting listing get together? Oh, now. Okay, here's the deal. This is like super yellow. It is super yellow now. So it might not work. That might be just too yellow, but it's fun. I like it. Let's just see if I can figure out how to work around that. Worth every penny. Okay, I need to have a sip of lemonade. It's Crystal Light lemonade. So, oh, yeah, that's really not that far, all things considered, Karen. It's not like you're in Iceland. Okay, curious. Terry and Karen, did you guys know each other before all of this? Summer road trip for the Squirrel Squad. Yes. Oh, that's our Hawaii treat. Yes, Sarah, that's the Hawaii retreat in 2022. I know. I know. Wouldn't that be the coolest thing ever? Okay. I got to focus again. I got to focus because I'm totally now all over. Yeah, I'm not going to stamp on there. So I don't want to stamp right here, even though I'd like one of these stamps here, because two things. Number one, I have 3 layers. I have that, and then that, and then the stamp would probably hit all of that, and then it would not be even at all. The other thing is that this has a coating on it. That packaging that I use, there's a coating on it. And so if I stamped without the proper ink on that, it would totally blur and be a mess. The proper ink for that would be, well, what I would use would be Stays On. But I don't have that, so I'm not going to do that. But I wouldn't have done it anyway because of the different layers, and it just wouldn't look right. So we're going to cut this little guy out and see if we like it. If we don't like it there, we might still use it somewhere else. We'll see. $12.13. Okay. Oh heavens, we're a long ways in, but that's okay. Remember, you can stop and start and watch or not watch or whatever. Just as a quick, the third list will go much faster, so no worries. Don't forget, if you leave early, to make sure to come back in and make sure to come back in and leave a comment on something that you have never done, like the never have I ever. And that will be for the stamp set for next week. So interesting. Let's take a look at something quickly here. Oh yes, generally I write in that area. That could be interesting, huh? Because I haven't left myself very much room for writing. Well, let's just do it. Some of my favorite, oopsie, I got a little out of control there. I'm not sure what I was writing. Some of my favorite, I don't know, there's going to be an S on there for some reason. Some of my favorites, no, some of my favorite, I know lunar memories, but, oh well, we'll just say that. I know it says winter memories, but that's okay. We just said it again. I just repeated myself. Let's see any of these. Okay. I like this guy. However, I do not like him in tag form. A couple reasons I don't like him in tag form here. But also that blue, way different from that blue. So I will come in and fussy cut. We'll just cut him out. Now, cutting out his little stick arms will maybe be a little tiny bit of a challenge. Now's when we need our music. But no music allowed on the YouTubes. Then it thinks you have copyrighted music and then you're not supposed to have it and So we'll just pretend. You guys can listen to the music for me. Okay. Okay. Oh, I know. Gosh, I sure liked that. Okay, let's try. Maybe. I'm not sure, you guys. I'm just all over the board. So I liked the little, I liked the snowman. I'm not snowman. This is a snowman. Jeez Louise. I liked the, all right, I have an idea. Oh, that's a bear. But I have an idea. So let's just see here. I'm thinking I may do something very similar to what I did with the January Traveler's Notebook Kit. When I was decorating the pockets, we made some snow. So we might be able to make some snow here. And then we may use this guy, but we may not. And then probably what I'll do, I'll show you that, and then I'll probably just move on over to the other side of the list because I think I may be on this one for a while. Just as I'm playing some different things and not really sure what I want to do. So, what I was thinking here is, and actually, definitely not that part, but we're taking his snow away and just making him a regular snowman. What I was thinking is I could be adding some more, and actually that helps to bring in some of that creamy color, right? So maybe that's not that bad. Maybe that's not bad, but what I was thinking could be fun is these little friends. Those little guys, and those little snowflake. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do both of these like this, and then I only have to stamp once. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. Oh, hold on. Okay, I just saw something. That was funny. Someone just said the snowman's in the sticker book. Well, I totally missed that, didn't I? Over here. Oh, yes, he is. Look at, there he is. Okay, so different snowman, but there he is too in the sticker book. So, well, I already fussy cut that one out, so we'll save him. We'll save this snowman for something else. Thank you. Whoopsie. All right, so now let's come back to here, and I want to stamp these little guys. So these are from the winter. Winter Cottage, Winter Cottage stamps. Ooh. Okay. Here we go. Yes, Terry, exactly. The off-whites, I think, will help pull each other in. All right, so now my thought was that maybe these little guys could just be fussy cut. And actually, let's completely separate those apart. These little guys could be fussy cut. What happened to my little, put these things away, fussy cutting scissors. These guys could be little friends that hang out with the other snowman. So one snowman in color. Ooh. Ah, yes. This ink is pigment ink. And pigment ink is juicier than dye ink. And it's permanent. Well, water soluble, I think. Anyhow. But because it's juicier, generally you need to let it dry for a minute. And this guy did not let it dry, so I have a little, it won't matter, but I don't know if you can see that. I have a little a stamp impression that I probably had on my fingertips from there. Hopefully he's still dry. I mean, hopefully he's dry. Now, if I had my colored pencils swatched, which I don't, I could color him in with colored pencils if I felt like I needed to get more color in there, but I won't. All right, so I won't fussy cut the other snowman out, but this will help me decide if I end up using this little guy or not. Now, I also could have colored him in a different color. I could have stamped him in a light blue or something like that, or a brown, you know, like a tan or something, if I wanted him to really look more like a bear, but that sounded funny, sorry. I'm like a 12-year-old humor there when I said bear, but I didn't mean to do that, but yeah, that's kind of funny. Okay, let's see. Friends? Can they be friends? So there is a sticker. Here's the deal. There is a sticker. Uh-oh. What did Mary say? I don't know. I missed something. Oh, no. Oh, Mary. Oh, Lordy, I'm so sorry. Mary lives in Washington, D.C., I just read. Our country needs some really positive thoughts for, well, really everywhere in the U.S., but in Washington, D.C. Oh, heavens. We just need to, I don't even know. I'm so sorry. What a scary place that we're living in these days. All right, I think those little guys, I don't know. We'll put him down for right now. And then I will decide what to go over there. But you guys, probably what I'm going to do, let's see. I am thinking if I should take a minute and do this list, the listing side of the list, or friends, if I should move to the next one while we're all still together. You guys tell me. Those of you that are current in the movie, what a movie this is. Those of you that are current, up to date on what I'm saying, tell me what you think. If I should do this now, or we want to move on to the next list. While I wait to hear. I am most of the bridges. Ooh. Oh, Vixie, hi, welcome. Welcome. It's a fun place. It's a fun place to be here on Saturdays. Today's a little bit different. I've had some things happening in my life that's a little bit different today. But anyhow, welcome. I hope you enjoy it. It's a wonderful bunch of folks that join in every week. Some are regulars, some are new, some come and go. But welcome. We are happy to have you here. We always welcome newcomers and old comers alike. Old comers. People that are new and people that have been around for a while. Everyone's welcome. I think you can't see what I'm doing now. All right, I'm either going to put a little snowflake stamp there or maybe sticker. Let's see. Sticker. Yes. I've got you obsessed with TNs. I'm so glad. I love that. I would be an enabler all day, every day to make people obsessed with Traveler's Notebooks. I love them. I just think they're spectacular. They're just, you can do so many different things with them. That is why I love them. All right, we'll leave those alone for a minute. Let's see. Just arrested someone with fake. Oh, no. Oh, that just... Oh, that makes me so sad. Let's see. Mary said they've just arrested someone with fake inauguration credentials who was carrying weapons and ammunition. Okay, well, yikes. Boo for bad people. And I'm not saying that, I'm just saying that that's bad because very clearly if they have weapons and ammunition, they were not there for the right reasons, right? Everyone should have their opinion and everyone should be able to express their opinion until it starts causing violence, and then that is not okay. In my book, okay? I understand protesting, I understand all that. I won't talk about that anymore because I could get on a soapbox and I might never get down. That would not be good. So I'm going to do my list, all right? I'm going to do my list and then we'll move on to the next one. If you're ready to move on to the next one, please do. Because you're probably like, oh my heavens, seriously? Although there is one thing I want to do really quick before I do that. Where are the stickers? Oh, you guys, my poor brain. They're right in front of me. I just had them in my hand. Yes, this sheet. I would take like this sheet 1,000 times over and over and over and over. So I think what I want to do is this big sticker that says Burr. I love this outline letter. Truth be told, winter is not my favorite. It really is not my favorite season. Summer's my favorite. I love summer. I live in the wrong land to not really be a fan of winter. But the thing is if it's gonna winter, it really should winter and we should have snow. But we don't right now. So we don't even get like the cool things of winter right now. Yes. Okay. Love that outline letter. All right. I need my black pen. I am so excited. I'm very excited to show you a new something that I found. Not yet though. In the next list. They're over here to my right, these guys. I saw something. Isn't it weird how sometimes you see something? I saw something, I don't even remember what it was, earlier this week. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding? That's like, where have you been all my life? And then I ordered it and then it came yesterday. And so I'm excited to play with them in the next list. And we'll see how they work for us. But I think you will like them. All right, more outlining because it just looked too plain. And then I will start on my list. Okay, there we go. Yeah, somewhere around here, we're gonna have to bring in more of that color because we've got a lot of white. We gotta blend in some more winter white somewhere. I'll figure that out later. Okay, so finally to the list. And it's all about playing, right? That's what we've been doing. That's what I've been doing, just playing. So we all go back to our like childhood, our inner 10-year-old where we like playing with stickers. Okay, so winter memories. I kind of landed on this format, the very first one I did, the summer memories, where I kind of give it a title and then I write a little bit in some cases. And then I'll come back in with a colored pencil later and fill that in. You can't just point to it. Oh, no, not next week, Kim. Next list. Did I say next week? It's next list. It's these guys. We'll do it in the next list. Oh, gosh, no. I like to peek, remember? There's no way. I wouldn't do that. Although it's everyone, well, I've been dangling the next stamp set out for a while, but there's nothing to show you yet. So, let's see. Okay, so Nancy, I'm curious. Nancy said, my girls are now getting addicted to TNs, especially after realizing how handy they are. Tell me how old your daughters are, if you don't mind. I'm curious. I'm just reading. Okay. Yes, I'm curious how old your daughters are. Okay, so Celia's answering a question that someone must have asked that I missed. Carpe Diem, Webster's Pages TNs can hold the wides. So these are the wides. Pretty much any TN that's a standard size will hold the wides. And all of the TNs that I have on my website hold both the standard and the standard wide inserts. As long as it's standard, you need something that'll fit 8.25 tall. It's really not the width because they all kind of will accommodate more. You want the standard. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, the first one. Snow days. So what I mean by snow days, when, and we will do this. I'm gonna write growing up in Park City, there was nothing like waking up to find that school was canceled. So, snow day. There would be so much snow that they were worried that kids might not be able to make it to school or might not be able to make it home if it continued snowing. So there'd be a snow day. And you would wake up and always check the radio or check the TV because back then there was no internet. There was no email either. When I was a little kid, right? We've been through that list. When I was a kid. Well, actually, really, you couldn't even look on the TV because the TV, the school district, well, anyhow. So you'd have to listen to the radio. So you'd be like, oh my gosh, please, please, please no school, please no school. So it was always so much fun when there were snow days because you felt like you got this bonus day to do whatever you wanted, which you eventually had to make up because they would extend school an extra day at the end of the year or take a day off of spring break or whatever. But loved having snow days. All right, next one. Let's see. The 2002 Olympics. Utah hosted the 2022 Olympics. No, sorry, not 2022, excuse me. 2002 Olympics. And we had tickets to some of the events and some of the concerts. And the weirdest thing about it, this was February, right after 9/11. So I think security is always usually pretty high around the Olympics because of some things that have happened in the past. But security for the Olympics was it was unreal. But we were so fortunate to be able to get tickets for a number of events, and the prices weren't like hugely outrageous. The prices were still pretty outrageous, but we figured that's kind of a once in a lifetime thing. So, having the Winter Olympics in our backyard, and in some cases, literally almost like our backyard. In our backyard was once in a lifetime. And I ran out of room. So it was a once in a lifetime. We know what I mean, right? So cool. That was just so neat. That's something I will never forget. And what I really wish, I really hope it's not a once in a lifetime. I really hope that it is something that happens again in my lifetime in Utah. Angel time. Oh my gosh. Okay, my angel, maybe I need to change my angel time because you don't change your angel time. Every time when I look, when you guys tell me I miss it, it's 12:35. Like literally every time. Isn't that the weirdest thing? Okay. All right. So that was another one, 2002 Olympics. Sledding with the boys. I have the best memories of taking the boys sledding and watching their eyes light up as they sped down the hill. Now, because we live in the mountains, it was very easy to just drive like 5 minutes and find somewhere to sled. So, fun. Next one, moon boots. Now, moon boots, those were something that if you live if you're around my age-ish, if someone will explain, will one of you guys explain what angel time is? Because Vixie just had a question. Moon boots. If you live in a snowy climate or lived in a snowy climate when you were a kid, let's say probably early 80s, maybe late 70s, early 80s, moon boots were a huge fashion, right, Lizzie? They were these big, huge, they literally looked like boots that you would wear to the moon. Now, what I remember about moon boots is that moon boots were just kind of unsightly, and that I would walk to school and my parents made me wear them. Little did they know I would change into cute flats along the way and then freeze my feet off. Because, of course, hello, this is probably when I was like in middle school. In middle school, it's all about the fashion. It's all about the fashion, not so much about the practicality. And so, yes. Skidoo boots, Napoleon Dynamite. Yes, exactly. Cindy, you had moon boots as a fashion statement, probably, especially Southern California. No snow in sight. Angel time. Angel time for me, Vixie, is 1, 2, 3, 4. 12:34. Angel time, I think that whole kind of concept is that if you have a time that you see on the clock all the time, like every time you look up, not every time you look up, but there seems to be a time that you see often on the clock, There we go, Colleen. Thank you. It reminds me of my grandma. And I don't know why. I just assume because I see 11 or gosh, I see 1234 a lot, and in my head I say, oh, that must be my grandma. My grandma's passed away. That must be my grandma telling me that she's thinking about me or something. That's in my head. So if you Google angel time, I think that's kind of the that you have an angel time where it means something. Okay, moon boots, yes. And I would slide on my cute flats and I'd get to school. My feet would be like frozen bricks of ice. And then they would start to thaw, and I'm sure they were atrociously smell. I'm sure that was just disgusting. But, you know, it was all about the fashion when you're in middle school. Let's see. Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to stop here. I have some more winter memories, but I am wine time, Lizzie. I love it. 4:55. You know what? For me, some days you figure just put any number in front of the 55 and it's wine time, right? Sometimes you just need it. I'll just tell you guys a quick little story and then we'll move on to the next list. So in January, every year, for as long as I can remember, Nick has done a dry January where he just doesn't drink anything in January. And he doesn't have a problem with alcohol. He just has decided a long time ago that every January he wants to take a break. Well, this January has been kind of crazy, right? When you have what happened in our capital last week on the 6th, when you have the whole inauguration coming up, what's happening politically, then when you have our cat being really sick and all of that, and then our cat, wow, having to put our cat to sleep and all of that. And so I keep saying to Nick, now, Nick, honey, it really would be okay if you feel like you need to have a drink. He's like, nope, it's dry January. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, well, I'll make up for it then for you. Yeah. Anyhow, okay, so this is the end so far. I will finish this up later and I will promise. I promise. Well, I shouldn't promise. I will get this done if I can later this week because I'm going to get it done. I'm not going to say try. I'm going to get it done. And then I will share it. And then we'll take a look at it again next weekend so you can see what I did. Okay, last one. Last list is never have I ever. Now, never have I ever. I don't even know. I came up with this yesterday, and I'm not sure how it, I'm not sure how I came up with it. But never have I ever. And so I started thinking things. What should be on my never have I ever list? Now, never have I ever. You could write a lot of things. There are probably some of you that have never done lots of things. There's some of us that have done things. Who knows? So, I included a link to some never have I ever questions or prompts that I found that Oprah and Gail, her best friend Gail, did together. And I linked those. I'm not sure if I linked them here in the video, but I linked them in the blog post. So, or I linked it in the blog post, but that is linked in the description of this video. So, if you need some help thinking, then you can go and find some of those. Now, I'll give you some ideas based on what I fill out. And if you guys, as you are participating, if you're doing a list or if you're doing something else and want to throw things out there, as long as let's try to keep it PG rated. I'm sure there are other groups for different R-rated things like that. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, but I get an email every time a comment is left on any of my videos. And for whatever reason, well, I know it's just, trolls. There's always 1 or 2 comments I get on every video. And as soon as I see it in my email, I go in and delete them right away. But they are very sexually explicit little thumbnail pictures of the person's account, and then they're trying to get you to go to a different website or video. So I don't know why I thought of that, but just, yeah. If you ever see those, just know that that's not the people that are here. I'm assuming that's not the people that are here. They're just, I think, baiting. Okay, never have I ever. So we first need a title. Oh wait, what did Nancy say? Hang on. Oh yeah, always it's 5. No, that wasn't Nancy though. It is always 5 o'clock somewhere. Oh, Helene, I'm jealous. You won't be using snowflakes. You're on the West Coast, 25 minutes from the beach. Oh, I wish. I wish, I wish, I wish. Never ever, oh, look at never ever have I lived without a dog. I love that. Never have I ever been to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, Traverse City, or Mackinac Island. I was born and raised here. That's good. Love it. Um, Canada Dry, February. Oh, look at that. Canada Dry, the ginger ale, right? That's clever. Okay. All right. So we need a title. Title. What do I want to do? Never have I ever. Well, let me look. I thought I looked at. Where did I write that? I had an idea on how I wanted to do this list, and I don't know what happened. I don't know. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. I am using Hey Hello. Hey Hello has been my friend through, not Hello Today, not to be mixed up with Hello Today, which was the Simple Stories that I've been using a lot, but Hey Hello has been my friend all throughout COVID. This may look familiar to many of you. I've used a number of these stickers on, well, I think this is my second set, on my list because they're just so fun and quirky and like this little guy. Never have I ever had a hedgehog give me flowers. So you could really have fun with this. I mean, you could get really silly. And actually, this would be a really fun, again, I think this would be a fun list to do with kids because kids could come up, their little imaginations. Kids could come up, I think, with something really cute. Like never have I ever had a hedgehog give me flowers. That would be cute. I'm just going through some of the die cuts here to see if there's like a little character. Oh, that's it. It's the sloth. So sloth, and then we'll see, maybe some of these, but yes, the sloth, because the sloth is just so cute, and that works just for a generic never have I ever had a sloth give me flowers either. Well, yeah, I don't know, I guess that could be funny. Maybe you had someone you dated years ago that you could say it was a sloth that gave you flowers, but no. Okay, I think this little guy is going to go right there. And then this is going to be very colorful. It's going to mix in a lot of colors. Washi's. Let's see this guy. This is called Lots of Love, but I don't know if it's it. Oh, golly. Let's have a little patience, Lael. Let's have a little patience. You've been electrically shocked, but never have I ever been electrocuted. Helene, yes. Yes. Go make sure they're happy. They need to eat. Karen. Never have I ever wanted to murder a printer. Never have I ever bungee jumped. Yes, right? That's another one. Bungee jumped I need to add to my list. Zip lined I have. That is a that's a one and done. Never do I have ever. And oh, yeah. Okay. Love that washi. I don't know if I've used that before. And this is another one of those that has the opaque background, right? So when you put it down, it just looks like you added up a whole bunch of little hearts. Oh, you know what? I just had an idea. So I'm always looking for different ways to add bullets to my list. I just had to pull something out of the way for a second. This is my little sketchbook that I was talking about last week that I had started with. I'm going to put this here because these are opaque. You could do this. Watch this. If you want to have hearts as your bullets, I could come in here and just cut off all the white part. And really, you don't even need to cut off the white part because then when you put it on your list, it completely disappears. But look. There you go. So those could be your bullets. You could get lots of bullets out of washi like that. So I just need to write my little thing. Cut. Single heart. There we go. As I remember that. So let's put that away now. But that could be fun. All right, so what else do I want to do down here? Because this is going to be a run-on list, I think. So with my run-on lists, no, maybe. I don't know yet. Maybe. But this pink would work. All right, never have I ever. Now what's my title going to be like? Served. Never have I ever served. Oh, Sarah, thank you for your email about the bike. I read it. Now I have to absorb it. My girls think it is weird that I've never asked someone out on a date. I saw somebody say, never have I ever watched Princess Bride. Add it to your watch list. Never have I rooted for any team other than the Denver Broncos, unless it benefited, right? That's when they say in Utah, there's a huge college rivalry between the University of Utah and BYU. And so people say, my favorite team is University of Utah in my world, or anyone that's playing BYU, right? That's kind of funny. All right, so. Okay, let's put him down. Right there. Never. Do I want to use alphabet stickers? All right, here's the thing. I am going to find. Oh, these would be cute. I'm just thinking aloud. Don't remind me. Don't mind me. I want this one, the sunshine, but let's find the color. Teal? No, yellow sunshine. Let's look for the yellow sunshine. All of these that I'm sorting through are on my website. I have a link that says alphabet stickers. So, all of these are under there, but I'm going to use that one, I think. That cute font. All right, so let's see how I want to do this. Never have I ever. Not sure. No, let's see. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough room for this. All right, hang on. let's put this back. I'm just thinking out loud. Or actually, I'm thinking, but I'm not thinking out loud. I'm thinking in my head. Oh, this is going to take a lot of E's, but that's okay. N-E-V, there's lots on here. N-E-V. Now, if I wanted this to really be colorful, except I know I can't. If you wanted it to be really colorful, actually, it's not this color. It's going to be too light. If I wanted it to be really colorful, I could, because I have lots of different colors of these alphabets. I could alternate letters, but that's like way too, that's where my box that I live in won't let me come out of my box. All right, so I think cupcake or bubble gum. Cupcake or bubble gum. That one is bubble gum. Ooh, that's pretty bright. Bubble gum. Where's cupcake? Cupcake is also pink, but it is a light pink. Come on. Well, that's cupcake, but I don't want that one. I want where is it? Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. Well, we may just be going with cupcake. Yep, looks like we're going with cupcake because I don't know where bubblegum is. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. We're going with this one because I don't know where the other one is. Never have I ever. So what's kind of fun about Doodlebug, and these are made by Doodlebug, if you did not know. No, sorry, you guys. I'm just thinking about what the next step is going to be, and those are going to be too bright. So, oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I just stepped off to the side for a second as I'm doing this. Just hang on. Just bear with me. Oh, I love color, but sometimes my brain just won't let it happen, you know? And that's kind of what's happening right now. That's kind of what's happening. All right, let's do this one. Okay. I need to test to make sure I have all the letters. N, E, V, uh-oh. I can't do that because there's only 2 V's. Oh, you guys. Say, just give it up, Lil. Just give it up. Let's do these instead because I know I have enough V's here. Never have I ever been married. Never have I ever disliked a Starbucks drink. Elizabeth Williams, my friend Lizzie, you are wrong there, my friend, because I know you dislike very strongly pumpkin spice lattes. Am I right? Did I just catch you? I know you dislike pumpkin spice. You can say, what? Yes. You want the other letters. I know, but if I get the other letters, all right, I obviously have more than these. Oh, snap, that is so right. Yeah, sorry to call you out, my friend. Never have I ever disliked a Starbucks drink except for a pumpkin spice latte. All right, I will make this work because, well, there's a couple of different ways I could make it work. Okay. This is sometimes what happens at the end with me, right? We know that Lil just kind of loses everything. So I'm going to do this. I have more of these letters downstairs in my little store, in my little basement. So I will just go grab another set, but I won't do that now. Never. I won't do that now. I will just spell it without ever. We'll spell it without ever. Never, ever, never, ever, 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 never. Ew. Yeah, that'll work. Never. And now I'm not going to do the other ones that way because I don't have the other sticker. Let's start with the R though in the end. I'm spelling backwards so I get about the right amount of space in between to write have I. If you're doing never have I ever with stickers, make sure you have lots of E's. Sometimes this is where stamps come in handy. And I pulled stamps out. But yes, I pulled stamps out, but they're not happening. Eek. That's where investing in alphabet stamps. You'll never go wrong investing in alphabet stamps. Well, as long as you like the alphabet that you invest in. So I'm going to pick this guy up right here now, just for spacing. And then I'll come back and put, see, didn't have enough space there. So let's put that guy there. And then put this one back. Okay, never, ever. Never, ever. Never have I ever. Never have I ever. All right, well, that's gonna be like that. I'm actually, since this is gonna kind of be a plain list from this step on, well, with one little twist, we're going for double outline. We're going for the double. Okay. There we go. All right, now this is what I wanted to show you guys after all of that. So, yes, the V disappeared. I had to steal it. Never have I ever been in Lael's house. Well, Lizzie, you know that there's an open invitation. Yes, Kim, it is a one-pager. You know there's an open invitation. I know you're afraid to come in the wintertime, but we need to go on a class field trip to the basement. Oh, Lordy, yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, so yes, the V will come back. I just need to get another V because I am out of V's on the sheet. Okay, so now, never have ever. This is what I wanted to show you guys. So, I found these awesome markers. I found them on Amazon. I've linked to them in the description down below. These are called, let's do it over here. These are called dot markers. I must have been living in like a cave. I have never heard of these. So if you've ever played bingo, I love bingo. I love to play bingo. I have not played bingo in a long time, but I love to play bingo. And you know when you go to some bingo places, they have those markers, right? Those markers that have the big giant daubers on them, and they're like, and the ladies that are like so talented at their bingo ways that they can play like 8 things, and they're like with all their markers, right? So those, I guess, are a dot marker, right? You couldn't make a very big list with those because, oopsie, I can't see that way. You can't make a very big list with those because they're pretty, you know, I don't know, they're probably like that big when you dot with them, right? So, okay, when we all get together and when we're in Hawaii in our big room and we're all listing and crafting and doing whatever, we'll also have another room right next to it with bingo. Or we'll push the massage people out of the way that are giving us back massages and feet massages. We'll push them out of the way and we'll take a break and then we'll do bingo. So these are dot markers. So on these particular ones are from Zig, Kuretake. I don't know if that's how you say it, but Kuretake. They have 2 ends. So this end, this is one end, okay? Nice little fine tip, right? Nice little fine tip that I write one end, okay? The other end, look at that. Let's make sure you can see that. See that? It's like one of those little daubers, right? So look. Deep. Or if I press harder, deep, it gets bigger. Or if I press smaller, it's just a little one. So this is, these I'm going to love for bullets, right? Those, then I can have all of these different color bullets. Lots of times when I do my lists, I like to have some way that I am indicating, like this. These were all bullets. But sometimes I want to have colored bullets or something a little bit more fun than just those little black dots. So that is what I'm going to use on this list. I'm so excited about those. They come in different color packs. There's also a black one, which I need to find separate because I think it's just a standalone one. But I just thought they were so much fun. All right, so for my never have I evers, let's go back to my list. Never have I ever. And I think most of these I don't ever have a plan to do. So for me, the ones I have on my list, these are not necessarily things that I want to do, but just things that I've never done. Okay, so let's do this. And actually what I need to do is I need to like swatch these. So if we do, I think this is, I just want to do these in order so I know what we have. So there's the, oh, that's a really big one. There's the paint red. Of course, we're doing it in the Roy G. Biv order. And it's kind of fun that you also have the thin end that you could write your list next to it, which I might. See, interesting. That looks kind of more of a red. Red, orange. Okay, this looks like an orange, but it's probably more of a peachy color. Oh, no, it's orange. Oopsie. Red, orange, yellow. Ooh. Okay, green. Now there's a couple different color blues here because this might not end up being a blue. This might end up, well, it looks like a blue, but yeah. This one. And then let's just do this over here because I'm not sure what we're going to get here. Oh, nope, it's a blue there. Woo! Clearly I haven't done this before. They literally just came yesterday. And then we have, did I get them all? I think these two. Gray. And then brown. All right, so now that we did that, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But then I'm gonna do more. I know, I'll just keep going. So very quickly, here's the thing, you guys. I am going to have to change something here because, these, we always want to think about this before we do. Think before you do, right? These, I don't know if you can see that, but this is really thick. It's not really thick, but it's pretty thick cardstock. I can see, you're not gonna be able to see it, a little bit of shadowing from those bullets, which means this is thicker than this paper. If I do those here, then when I turn this over, I'm going to see all those colors over here kind of ghosted a little bit, and that's going to make me very unhappy. Very, very unhappy, because I don't want this to be color, right? This is clearly no color here. So what I need to come in and do is, I am going to, I just wanted to think for a second. That's the public service announcement for today. And I always try to remember to remind us to check before we do. So check what is on the other side before you do anything and start crying. Upside down isn't necessarily so bad, but if all of a sudden you add a bunch of color to your list that you didn't want to have any color on, then you might be sad. I know I would be. Okay, so that's, I'm going to put that there, and then 8, probably about right there, maybe. A little bit more. Let's go there. All right, or use the center of hole protectors to cover them. To cover them on the back side. Hole punch some dots. White gel pen over the bullets. Yes, punch them out of the paper. I could do all those things for sure. But this is what I'm going to do because I haven't done a ton on here yet. Since I did not yet do that, all of this can come back up. All of this comes back up, and I should be able to put that back down again. Eek. Hang on. We're just doing a little MacGyvering here. That can go kind of like that. This guy will go right here, just so I can get it off my fingers. And then these guys are going to lift off. 3, 2, 1, lift off. Come on. Okay. I won't get all of, well, actually, I was going to say I won't get all of these off now, but I kind of need to, so just bear with me while I get these off. Go grab something to drink or eat, or say hi to your family or your pet or whatever is wondering where in the world you are. I had to put that back as my spacer. Okay, so let's get these guys off too. We'll just put this over here for now. Okay. Fix it. Crisis averted. There we go. Okay, and then this goes back here. MacGyvering, yes. You guys remember that show, MacGyver, with Richard Dean Anderson? That he could have like bubble gum and baling wire and then like stop like World War III from happening with nothing. Yes, MacGyver. I don't know, bubble gum and baling wire. I'm not sure where that saying came from. I've used that. Oops. Maybe I had a boss years ago that used to use that, I want to say. Bubble gum and baling wire. Fix anything. Okay, there we go. Never ever. Never have I ever. Okay. Never. Those aren't even. Have I ever. Okay. All right. Now let's go back to where we were. Okay. RDA is the nicest guy. RDA, Colleen, yes, you sound like he's like your uncle's nephew. I don't know, your uncle's nephew. Well, I don't know, your second cousin, whatever that is, but it's funny because RDA, it's just easier than typing it out, right? Goodbye, Terry. Thanks for hanging out. Baling twine. There we go. Bubblegum and baling twine. Amazing what you could do with the paper clip and a ballpoint pen. I know, right? Okay. So now here we are again. DTD. We'll start with this one. Never have I ever gone skydiving. Never done it. Have zero plans to. Oh yeah, now we know what's going to happen. This is a lot of outlining. I wasn't planning on. That's okay. But I have an idea on the other outline. There was just too much white there. Okay. Never have I ever gone skydiving. Oh. Never have I ever. Oh, so you know what I thought I was going to do? I think I forgot. I think I was going to write the whatever it was in the color of the ink. I totally forgot that. Boy, this. Oh no, I already did this one. I'm about ready to totally mess things up, my friends. Okay, this one's next. Never have I ever ridden a motorcycle. And I have zero plans to. Nope, not for me. Red, orange. Orange is next. No plans to ever ride a motorcycle. Okay, next one is gone skinny dipping. Okay, not necessarily opposed to it, but I don't know. I just don't want to take my clothes off. Can I go skinny dipping in a swimsuit? Then I do it. Yeah. Okay. Next up, yellow. Never have I ever broken a bone. Never have I red, orange, yellow, green. Okay, this would be this one next. Never have I ever. Some of these came from that list, the Oprah and Gail list. Skipped out on a bill. So this is another fun one. Not skipping out on a bill. This is another fun list that you could do, whether you've got a Zoom get together, if you are with family at dinner or something like that. It'd be fun to do a never have I ever. And then you can decide how you want your list to go, depending on the people that you're with. In a no judgment zone, of course, because, you know, we all have a past. Never have I ever, crashed a wedding. Oh, you know what? I just had a really fun idea, you guys. I had a really fun idea. Next week, I think what we'll do, a part 2 to this list. Okay? This is going to be a, but I have, ... Wouldn't that be fun? So these are your never have I evers. These are the things that you have done. So this, you probably, well, you could still, if you needed some ideas, you could take from this list, the link that I sent you, that was Oprah and Gail's list. You could take from that list if you need ideas for your but I haves. But let's do that next week, but I have. I think that could kind of be fun. Skip down. Okay, this is I think this one's next. Crashed a wedding. Gone on a solo vacation. I don't know. Not necessarily opposed to that one, but I don't know. Oh, this one. Was this the one that was next? Ooh, that's juicy. Yep, that's the one that's next. A chunky dunker. Yeah, Wanda, that's probably why I'm not skinny dipping either. Chunky dunker just doesn't have quite the ring to it as skinny dipper, does it? Yeah. Okay, so I hate the word gotten, but I'm not sure how to write this without saying gotten. And that is gotten a tattoo. I don't have a tattoo, but I think I have to say gotten. I know, Karen, I may be missing out. I may be missing out on a solo vacation. Gotten a tattoo, because I'm not going to say had a tattoo. Gotten, oh, I just hate that. T-A... T-A-T-T-O-O? T-A-T-O-O. 2 T's, I think. Oh, well, if it's not, that's what it is now. Gotten a tattoo. Oh, these markers are so fun. Love them. Okay. That's the purple. Never have I ever gotten a tattoo. But look how fun. So here we are, you guys. Never have I ever been tattooed. There we go. Been tattooed. Oh, well. Been tatted. There we go. Received a tattoo. Now I'm watching no tats. Yep, no tats. Nothing wrong with tats, just don't have one. Okay, so what was I just going to say? Oh, I know what I was going to say. So this is another thing we're going to do. We're all going to be together in Hawaii, in Maui, on the huge, ginormous house that fits all of us. And the windows are open. You know my dream where we'll all be. And we'll have just played bingo after someone's been making us our favorite frozen drink, whatever your favorite frozen drink is, with or without alcohol. We've all had foot massages and back massages, and we're so relaxed. And we've just played bingo, and now we're talking about never have I ever. We're going around the room, never have I been in skydiving. And somebody says, oh my gosh, I went skydiving. And then they tell the story. So that's all part of our magical get together that we can all dream about. This is one, never have I ever participated in a protest. That one, I thought, that was also on that Gail list, or Oprah and Gail list, and I thought, ooh, you know what, that's actually a good one. A good one, because I haven't. Now, I do know if I talk to Jack, if we did this, if I did this with the boys and Nick, Jack he has participated in a protest. He has did quite a few of the protests in Seattle during the Black Lives Matter. But tattoo is on his list as well. Broken a bone. I don't think he has. Sam has. Okay, I don't want to know if they've ridden a motorcycle. I don't want to know. Don't want to know. Okay, the last one that I had is, I think this came from that list too, because they had some fun ones. Thrown a drink at someone. Although, I'm sure that's not because I didn't want to at some point, but yeah. Never have I actually done that. All right, so there is my never have I ever list. I am going to date this. I'm going to do this. January 16, 2021. All right, and I want to put the year on there for sure because who knows, maybe when I'm 95 and I do this list again, some of those things might have to go off of this list and onto this list. Okay, so for next week, we will do the other part of this list, the but I have. I think that could be a kind of a fun continuation of that. So for those of you that are still hanging out and watching, then you know one of the list items for next week. The one thing I was thinking about doing, I don't dare. Okay, what I was thinking about doing was this. On this list where I had that double outline, I was thinking that I might go in and color that in. That could be fun, but I don't think I dare do that with this marker because I think it might show through on the other side, kind of that same issue we were facing before. So I am going to get out the giant container of the colored pencils. And let's see, I kind of like the yellow. You guys know I like yellow. Let's just see if we can kind of, that could work. That's probably closer. All right. Set this off to this. Oh, golly. Oh, you don't want to know what I just did. Oh, you really want, can't believe I said golly and didn't say something else there, you guys, you have no idea. I just, you know how you never should leave cupboards open? Well, I didn't. I left that cupboard open and literally just walked straight into it with my head. And that did not feel good. I really can't believe I said golly. I'm surprised that another word didn't come out on accident. I'm glad that that filter was there. I didn't know the filter was going to be there, but I'm glad it was because, all right. Anyhow, so here we go. I'm going to color this in with my little colored pencil. That little double outline, just to give it a little bit more color since there's lots of white on this. Lots and lots of white. And if I don't color in super hard, it's light yellow. And if I color in really hard, well, duh, that's kind of like coloring 101. And we'll finish that off right like that. Never have I ever done yoga with a sloth that was holding flowers. Okay. Okay. Can you link the markers? Kylie, they are linked. Yep, they are linked. They're called dot markers. So you should be able to find them somewhere in all of those links in the description. Okay, friends, it is that time. I am turning off the lights. I am going to have a quick sip of lemonade, and I'm going to flip the camera. Oh, I need to unplug that first. What set of markers did you use? Those, I think the set, the dot markers, what did I do with the package? Because I linked to the set, oh golly, sorry, pigment markers, and we'll take some time to dry. Okay, thanks, Mari. The package, where I don't know what I did with the package. So it's the set that had all of the, oh gosh, it's a set that had all of these in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 markers, and they're all they look like they're pastels, but it is it the 30 set? Nope. This is the 12 set. So the 12 set is what I used. That's what I started with because I didn't know if I'd never used them, so I didn't know if I'd like them, but I can tell you I love them because I'm always looking for, well, you saw in my little sketchbook for Traveler's Notebooks, I have that whole section for bullets, different bullet ideas. So, okay, my friends, thank you. Like I said at the beginning of the video, really tough week, and I really just thought I can't do it, but I'm so glad I did because it's very therapeutic. I think for me, crafting is super therapeutic, but being able to just hang out and chit chat with you guys, even though I'm chitting. That sounded horrible. Even though I'm doing all the chit chat, and you guys have to listen unless you just mute me. But you guys are chatting in the chat, and I love that. So I feel like we're all together, and so thank you for that. Next week, we will be on again next week. So next week will be 16 plus 7, the 23rd. I have already 2. Okay. I have, hold on. Oh yes, we have one. This one. So winter faves we'll be doing. So think about whatever your winter faves are, even if you don't have winter. Even if you don't have snow, think about what your winter faves are. We'll also be finishing this one. Never have I ever, we did today, but I have, ... That's what we'll do next week. And then I'm still tossing around a couple of ideas for the third one. Remember to, when we're done, leave a comment on the video, not in the chat, comment on the video telling me one of the things on your never list. And we'll all randomly draw another one to win the stamp pack for next week. And then also remember to, oh yes, the giveaway for the Epson PictureMate PM400. Someone texted me, or not texted me, someone emailed me earlier this week and said price had gone down to $199 again. So if you're in the market for that, that's linked in the video as well. They may still be $199. Kind of price bounces around a bit on that. Okay, my friends. Oh, guess what? So Nick went golfing. I mean, not that I can't do whatever I want to do anyway, but Nick went golfing, which means I think I'm actually going to just turn off the video and go grab something to eat in the kitchen. And then I'm going to come right back in here and I'm going to turn my music on loud and I'm going to play some more because that's been super therapeutic. So whatever is therapeutic for you, I hope you have a chance to do that either today or before the weekend is over. And I will see you guys next Saturday. Thanks for joining in once again. Bye-bye.